Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stream Day. Ooh! What's up, everyone? Big Bobzilla. Big boy needs to make a duty. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Paint Liquor, what's up? Welcome back. P. Schmidt, how's it going? Rancid Vomit, hello. Jess, what's up? Lion Creative, hey guys. Panic Bomb, what's up? Good afternoon. Scrumbly Dumpus, hello. Little Potter, hello, hello. And a Brulee. Man, we got all sorts of people popping in here. What's up, everybody? It's Therapy Thursday. You're joined by yours truly, Baby J. Cool. And soon to be Jason. I thought he was walking in. Apparently he's got a meeting. So he'll be here shortly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on full screen. Because we don't need no silly dreadnoughts on the screen. We just get Solo J for the moment. I have my... This is basically 1,000 points. Actually, I think this is a little over. if we're being honest. Your Apex arrived today? Lion, are you talking about the Apex Legends board game, miniature game thing? Because that looks actually really cool. Unless you're talking about something else, to which I am not familiar. What do you speak of, my friend? Apex Predator? Oh, heck yeah. That's just as cool, if not cooler. How about them Tauntors, though, Lion? I actually have a Conquest model here. The limited edition Strategos. Because this guy is awesome. This model is actually fantastic. I love this model. Prime him up, or well, paint him up at some point. But today, we must give some love to the Grey Knights that have gotten some blood on their hands, some Tyrannid blood. I played a game of, what the heck is it called? Combat Patrol game with Jacob yesterday. The Jacob. And, I thought it was going to go very badly. And it did. But not for me. Not for me, as it turns out. The other funny thing about the Combat Patrol that I found out for Grey Knights, the models that come in the Combat Patrol are basically this. Yeah, so it's 5 Grey Knight dudes, 5 Grey Knight Terminators, the Nemesis Dread Knight, and a Librarian. You get this, and then you have to pick between one of these two. You don't get the whole thing. They literally like, your Combat Patrol is too good, you need to not use models from it. So you have to pick between a 5-man unit of Terminators and the Dread Knight, which is hilarious. What's up, Avian? How's it going? So I thought that was freaking hilarious. Yeah. So I think... Oh, do you really have to pick? What do you have to take out? Or what are the options that you have to pick from? I haven't looked. Boss has a meeting today, Avian. He will be in soon. Wad Tomato N, hello, friend. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna finish on these guys today. I might do all the scrolls and books, and all the like little the bits in here where the joins are between the armor, all that, which needs to be black. You choose between a bike squad and an infantry unit. Nice, nice. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, we missed you yesterday, buddy. You done gone been missed. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start that. Oh wait, no, I gotta do this guy first. My Caldor Drago came in last night. The chapter master of the Grey Knights. So we're gonna paint him up real quick. Got the prime and the base coat of color on him done. So I just gotta spray the silvers. And then we're gonna be good on that guy. Ooh. Deathwalker, what's up? I am a goober and I forgot to get water before the stream. So we're gonna have to do that at some point during the stream. I'm gonna be honest. So I got really worried when I ordered this because it was it said Finecast on it. But I think it was either after the point where they had fixed Finecast to the point where it was like nice, or they had just like used the same packaging. Because I'm gonna be honest, like the cast for this was fantastic, and the resin felt like real resin. You mean? I mean, you could do the boss, like the boss man, talk about the painting you're gonna do, and then never paint it. Hey, Deathwalker, I like to paint stuff, and I want to have this army painted so that I can put it on the table and have fun with it. Because I like functional painting a lot. Drinking water. Oh, you don't have to get. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I've been running around doing a whole bunch of stuff today, doing some color testing and such. So, but super secret, you can't know about it. Ha ha ha! Not gonna tell you. Let's see here. Hello, Songa. How's everyone doing? Man, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to paint. I'm really like. I have been in the mood to paint a ton this week. I don't know what happened, but I've just been really feeling it. I think it's the new project excitement because I get that way because I got the ADD and I like hyper focusing on things because that's how that works. I gotta turn this back on. I'll send you some of the models I've been slacking on. You can paint them for me. Gotta get in line, Big Bobzilla. Because I've got a ton of stuff that needs painting. I have a huge Conquest army that needs painting and assembling. That's the worst part of it, though. Because, building a whole Warhammer army, or Warhammer 40k army, takes forever. Because it has, like, 30-something models. Well, your Conquest army has like 70, so it takes a little bit longer because they're all rank and file dudes, which is hilarious. But they're awesome, so I'm excited about it. Eventually, when it happens. Why? Thank you so much. It's quite warm in here, so yeah. Thank you so much. It's warm in the studio, chat. It's a little toasty today. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. A little toastier than I'd like. Team Jen looking out for the crew. This is very true. Jen is great about looking out for us. I have to admit though, when I put this glaze and wash medium in here, I definitely accidentally thought I put white into the mix on accident because I'm a goofball, and like goofballs like to do, they like to do things like that. That didn't make much sense. I don't know what it is outside. It was 1:12 when I was going to get lunch today. It's probably a little hotter now. It is. It's actually a little cooler. It's 110. Yeah, it's 110, 111, something like that. Which realistically is not that hot. But something about it, I don't know, this last week has really been getting to me. And I think it might just be the fact that it's like consistent heat. Like we've been consistently over 110 for like days now. So the buildup might be kind of like hitting me kind of different. It's not the end of the world, and I'll be fine, but I'm definitely feeling it, that's for sure. I think you're obligated to say it's a dry heat. It is a dry heat. You are right. Doesn't make it suck less, though. You don't miss living in Arizona at all? It's a good reminder to not visit in the summer. Yeah. I might try and get some friends and family out during the winter, though. That'd be a blast. Perfect weather outside. Yeah, that would be sweet. Settling in from the northwest well. Yes, you are correct. Feeling the drag. Feeling the heat come to bite me in the butt. Make sure I didn't miss any spots here. Good old Caldor Drago. Yes, it is the law. But it's true and it definitely makes a difference. Yeah, it's not so bad. What's up, Tim? Driving to Albany. I'll be honest, I don't actually know where that is. You guys got anything fun planned for the weekend? Your post Friday plans? Solo, what's going on? Alright, remember again, we're mixing some glaze and wash medium into these metallics so we get a nice smooth application. Sometimes with these they can be a little flaky when you spray them because of the metallic flake in there. Adding that glaze and wash medium just helps suspend it a little bit more, smooth it out. So pretty much 1-to-1, and then another 1 part water as well, just to thin it down. And we're just gonna mix it up here in the cup with our ratty brush. We're gonna rinse out our ratty brush, and then we're going to test spray it a little bit. Okay. Looking good. Hey Jordan, does that airbrush holder come with the airbrush? Are you talking about this? No, this is something separate. Does not come with that airbrush. Getting LASIK consultation? I bet you Scrumbly Dumpus' ears just perked up at that. Mr. Eyeball Man. Black plastic around. Oh, the rubber grip? Yeah, it does. It even has our logo on it. Whoop. Tim getting the laser eyes. Alright, so we're just hitting this on the areas where the highlights would be. We want to leave a little bit of it, that darker color in the shadows. But we do want a little bit of brilliance to the silver here. I probably shouldn't be spraying these towards these guys. Whoops. That'll be fine. Oh, I can't wait to have laser eyes. Yep. Can't believe it's Thursday already. Man, this holiday really messed with my head. Oh, best part about this guy? He's already got pre-drilled holes in his bolter. Isn't that sick? What a guy. You left the gym today and noticed the screw on your glasses came loose? I was so thankful to have my super sexy specs. That's funny. Alright. Oh, what was the final giveaway? It was the super secret models, T. Schmidt. It was the early runs of our models for our game, which was super exciting. I think we gave away 3 sets of them, if I recall. Bada boom, bada bang. The man is silver. Alright. Gotta clean the airbrush out real quick. And then we good. We're good on airbrush duty for the day. Might do basing on these guys today. That sounds pretty fun. It'll make them look real done, which is awesome. How's it going, Mo? I hope that things have been getting a little better for you in the last couple of days. If not, I hope they get better soon. We are thinking about you. Sold a nice clean, get all that metallic gunk out of there. Jason is not giving up on you guys. You cannot forget about that man. He is fantastic. He is doing the business things. He's making sure that paint flows and brushes don't flow. I need a good paints flow. Oh, paints flow and communities grow. Hey, that's a nice slogan. No, he's in a meeting right now. He will be here shortly when he's done. Probably in the next 20 minutes or so. 20 to 40 minutes. He'll be here. You know he doesn't like to miss stream. That man hates missing a stream. But he hates not having a stream happen more. Who is Jason? Jason is the other guy. That man who is not currently here, who is normally here. He's the good-looking one with the beard and the hair that just got haircut. That one, Quicksilver. All almost done cleaning out this silly airbrush. Man, let me tell you, cleaning metallics out of an airbrush sucks. You're right, Quicksilver. His name is in fact Slowfuse. It is not Jason. My apologies. You got it all right. I am remiss in my duties as Livestreamer. All right, we're looking good. All right, time to set this back. We're going to turn the airbrush off so that annoying stuff doesn't happen. We're going to pull out the rich gold and brown transparent. That is the next step. Yeah. Got a little bit of ice in my drink here. I'm going to pour some water into it. Ice cold water is nice. Thank you again, Jen, for grabbing the water. I sincerely appreciate it. Whew. What a delight. All right, hold on. One last thing. Let me find my fancy schmancy brush in here. There it is. Boom. Get this palette going. Do you know where you guys are at on the new minis for the store? That is a great question. I do not know the answer to it. We can ask Jason when he gets here. But I know we have it. There might just be working on some back end stuff to get it sorted, so we can get the. I'm assuming you're talking about the Mindworks stuff, Mo. Unfortunately, my eyes have not been on that stuff as of late. Been busy working on stream and video content stuff, so I have not been able to keep an eye on what's been going on with that. Pull this down so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Just mixing this transparent brown in with the rich gold. Yeah, Jason will know what's up, and he'll talk about it on stream. We can ask him again when he gets here. All right, and we're gonna hit all of this stuff that's supposed to be gold. So the cool thing about using this gold the way that I do is when you thin it down like this, it kind of turns into a wash almost. So you can kind of like wash it into this area of detail, and it just goes in there super smooth. Yeah, it kind of just like flows off of the brush into those crevices. It's awesome. Nice, we're looking good. We're looking good. Saw my remarks had said nope because I'm buying for Monument. Thank you, Paint Liquor. We appreciate your support. He said something about the weekend. It's been a crazy bit of time for us getting everything ready for all of these shows coming up and all the new releases and stuff. It's been kind of crazy, so we're working on it. We are working on it. Know it's happening, as far as I'm aware. Pull up a photo. Caldor Drago. Caldor Drago. Boom. Images. Alright. Do this go. Alright. You got the gold on the shield. Oh, the hilt is also gold. Okay. Nice. Makes life easy. Bada boom, bada bang. Security seals. These skulls are also gold. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. These guys real quick. He just wanted the thrill of dashing our hopes and dreams on the rocks. He's not like that, Mo. I'll defend the man. He can't defend himself, so I shall defend him for himself. Boom. Nice, nice. You've been here long enough to know that Jason is the king of liars. At least add a month. Dashing the hopes of all of our community members against the rocks of despair. Footsie's done. Good. The answer is soon. Slowfuse does not lie. He is creative with the truth. I see where you're going with that, Mo. And I concur with your statement. He is in fact creative. Man, do I love this gold recipe. It just goes on super smooth. Has great color to it. Did I say... Oh. Avian and Mo, you guys both have, like, the same color on your name. Making me confused. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Mo's been talking a bunch. And I looked down and I saw the color. Sorry, Mo. That's how Mo got thrown under the bus when I first started. It's true. It's true. It does seem to always happen to Mo, though. I don't understand this. Mo, do we need to get you a fancy schmancy color? Mo, your turquoise and Avian's is like a slightly darker shade of turquoise. On my monitor, they look almost identical. Well, sure. Hey, look. I do not have a liar tag, therefore I speak nothing but the truth, okay? I am a purveyor of truth in a land of liars. This guy's got all sorts of little bits of gold on him. Actually, just tons. Am I saying Jen is a liar? No. I mean, Jen does also have a liar tag, so probably. But in general, I don't think Jen is a liar. But you can't necessarily 100% confirm or deny because there is the tag. Diamond liar status is pretty powerful liar status. This is a liar status that is above me. It is beyond my reach at this very moment. Oh God, we don't want that on the sword. No, Tim. I've never had that happen to me. Does that happen to you? On a somewhat frequent basis? Nah, Tim's just got to give him the laser eye. Every single day. We're gonna get this guy pretty much to where the other guys are. And then we're gonna work on everything together again. Get all the batch painting done. I have a bunch more stuff at home that I need to work on at some point, but I gotta build it all first. I think I have 15 more Marines, 10 more Terminators. I think that's actually it. A lot of points worth of stuff, though. Should actually be enough to get me to 2,000, to be honest. And you can definitely tell that this is an old model. Got all that hand sculpted detail in it. And it's not bad. It's a pretty decent sculpt, all things considered. It's just old. You wish the bodies on the strike squads looked more like the Terminators? Yeah, I don't mind it, to be honest. They're not. This is like a Terminator. And this is a strike dude, right? I think it's fine. They got like the paladin-y heads. And they got the gilding on the shins and the chest. And they got all the purity seals and stuff. I think it's fine. I don't think it's a problem, personally, for me. I like the fact that these guys are a little bit more ornate. And if you build them as paladins, they are even more ornate, which is cool. Mr. Predictable, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the club. If you are new here, my name is Baby J or Jordan. I'm one of the studio painters here at Monument Hobbies. Do a lot of fancy things like talk to y'all in chat, paint some stuff, show you guys how to do stuff, and do a lot of tutorial videos and stuff. We sell a whole bunch of paint. Monument Pro Acryl. All these paints that we use on stream. These fantastic schmantic little bottles of gold and amazingness. And you can find them at the store, which Jen has so awesomely linked for us. Thank you, Jen. Oh, you're not new. You just keep forgetting to hit the follow button. Keep being great. Thank you so much, Mr. Predictable. Only the fanciest jobs. Hey, look. I like being fancy boy, okay? Fancy boy do fancy things. Alright. Where is some more gold that I cannot neglect to paint on here? Sure, we'll paint these things gold. That seems fine. Do-do-do. Gargatron, keep missing what the new signature series colors are. Or is there a big blog post? I can go grab them and show you. They're to my right at the very moment. Over there. Second to finish this. Yeah, don't eat the paint, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Building stuff takes forever. It really does. Phantom of Truth is the physical location in Phoenix also a storefront or production and offices? It is both. We produce everything here, but you can also pick stuff up in person and purchase it right in our headquarters. Monument Hobbies, I need some model therapy. I did my first real non-metallic metal and I'm looking for feedback. Tim, didn't you do non-metallic metal on what's his potato? On Rumpelstiltskin? Thought that was your first time doing non-metallic metal. You liar? Maybe? Paint liquor? No eating the paint. Yeah, I saw that, Xenobond. No drinking it either. Boom. So we got all the new paints. Whoop. I'll go through here real quick for Clarkatron so you can see him. Missing one. Why are we missing one? Dark bronze right here. This is one I was using earlier. Maybe he was using it. We'll find it. the paint pots are kind of shaped like nasal spray bottles. Let's pull it up here. Alright, so we have, of the new sets, we have Dark Sea Ben. Kind of color here. See it on top. A little different than what's in the bottle here is what you're going to see. Then we have Petroleum Brown. This is no longer oil, but it is very oily in nature. I'll put it on the palette so you guys can see. This will make a really, really nice make a really nice like oil wash sort of deal. You guys can't see it because of the glare. There we go. Like super duper transparent. Got that kind of oiliness to it. Fantastic color. It's probably going to be one of my favorites from the new set, to be honest with you. I'm going to use it a lot for weathering. Let's see here. So we got that. We got Dark Burgundy. Right here. We have Green Oxide. This was a working title. It's no longer called Verdigris, but it's called Green Oxide. We have Advanced Flush Tone, which is like a warmer version of warmer version of Shadow Flush. It's got a little bit more yellow to it. Really good color for skin. We got Heavy Warm White. Aha! That's the one that's missing. It's probably because he was using it. Jason's been using the Heavy Warm White for doing all the final highlights on his Dreadnought. And then we got Dark Crimson. There's this beautiful glossy red right here. Great for doing blood effects, things like that. Absolutely fantastic color. We got Dark Emerald. Hey, it's like a slightly more green version. Or slightly blue. I don't know if you guys can see the difference here, but there's definitely a difference between the Dark Emerald and the Jade tier. Like a little bit darker and a little bit more blue even. It's a good color though. Let's see here. After that, we got Heavy Titanium White, which is this right here. And this is just a much thicker white. You can see how it peaks a little bit. Has a lot more volume. You can almost sculpt with it. You can tell how thick that is by comparison. And then, so that's Heavy White. Then we got Brown Gray, formerly called Granite, which is just a nice brown gray color. Great. Very earthy, good for concrete, stuff like that. And then we have our Bone. No longer light bone, it's just bone. And then we have our first new metallic color in a long time, which is Dark Bronze, which is a freaking awesome color. You guys can see that on the top there. Much darker and really rich color. Actually, I have... That's the Dark Bronze right there. In the middle. This is with the gloss varnish and the matte varnish on it. Boop, boop. But that's what it looks like. It's fantastic, everybody. Fun freaking tastic. Wait, off my hand. That's it. Those are all the new colors, which are coming to a cart near you shortly.
What are you showing them new stuff? I leave you alone.
I'm showing them
for 2 minutes.
Stuff that we've already shown.
Or 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I leave you alone for 45 minutes.
I found him. He's back. We found him.
I leave you people alone for 45 minutes. You've already bribed Baby J to show you new stuff. Damn it.
Whoa. That's not new.
Damn it. New. That's it. Fired.
What you got going on
Everybody's fired.
Man's got something fancy schmancy and new over there. Exciting. Who's this guy? He's done pooping. Wad thinks you were pooping. Wad said it, not me.
That was a hell of a poop.
I'm just saying.
That was a heck of a poop.
You're welcome, Clark. Itron. You love them now. I need to find space on the paint rack. Just hammer on another row or two. That's all you gotta do. You just made my default metal.
Clark says you promised him a go bag. I need to know exactly what's going on in this room.
I did not say anything about that.
I need to know exactly what's going on in this room.
Nope. Do you really want to know?
Why? I thought I could trust you people.
Look, I'm just saying this has all been recorded, so you can go back and watch and make sure that I didn't promise anybody. Go back.
Damn, you need model therapy. What are you talking about?
He did another first non-metallic metal.
Another first?
Yes.
That's not how that works.
I'm pretty sure he did non-metallic metal on his on Rumpelstiltskin. Unless he didn't.
That's not how that works. You don't get to do the first time twice.
That's true.
That's not how that happens, Timbo.
The Punisher. He said he was shipping everybody in chat a complimentary early access set too. That's so nice of him. I promise, I didn't say any of this.
Oh, right.
Didn't say any of this.
Here we go, chat.
Chat, you are not in fact getting an early access copy.
Here come the lies,
of those
chat.
paints.
Here come the lies.
Here, you know what? Maybe we'll do it, but it's gonna cost you a lot more than the standard cost for a bottle. Price to be determined by Jason.
For what?
For the early access bottles that everybody wants so bad.
Oh, that we gave away?
No. They're joking, saying that I promised everybody a bottle or a set for early access.
A full set.
Complimentary early access, according to the Punisher.
Jesus.
I know.
This stream cost me a lot of money today.
It does.
I am not quite sure what's going on here.
Frontierborn. Go bags for everyone. Yeah. Go bags for everyone indeed. We got enough in stock. Just go ahead into the store and order them.
All right, now that I'm a fan of. See what he did there, chat? See what he did there, chat?
Look, we got at least 46 people in here. I want to see 47 bags being ordered. Maybe 48. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Bag for all. Gotta buy it.
Jen, I've been here the entire time. Pay no attention to these false claims.
I was going to say, if Jen's been watching, I guarantee that none of the above has actually occurred.
That is correct.
You won't even let me give away stuff on our birthday. She actually handled that very well. Sometimes she doesn't handle that very well.
You hush. Who's joking? Jason, you missed all the giveaways today.
Damn it. I feel like this is not how this was supposed to go. Not at all how this was supposed to go.
You guys are having entirely too much fun.
At your expense, it seems.
It seems like it. Look, see, this is what happens.
At your expense, it seems.
Look, I come in on Tuesday, and I stream for 8 hours.
He came in on his day off.
Yeah.
He didn't get a holiday.
And y'all are just being mean to me. What the heck? I'm not feeling the love from chat right now.
Huh?
You are all throwing me under the bus.
Yes.
And while I'm not worried about said bus because it's full of air, bus, it's a blow up bus.
A blow up bus?
Yeah, it's a little blow up bus, a little like balloon bus that somebody threw at me.
What?
So it doesn't really hurt.
Are you making stuff?
They want to say that I'm being thrown under the bus, but like the bus has no substance to it, so it doesn't hurt.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Are you feeling okay? I'm tired.
I'm tired. Avian Thulium, you own one already is not an excuse to not buy another bag. I'm just saying.
Quitter. Is there such thing as enough go bag? I don't know. Is one really enough? Is that how it works?
You paid him for Tuesday, right? Yes.
We paid Jordan?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no.
He didn't get paid.
Nope. I work for free.
That was the whole deal.
Yeah.
We give you a cool environment to come be a nerd.
Yep.
With no judgment.
Yep.
Right? Super nice people.
Yep.
We'll treat you like one of us from the get-go.
Yep.
Make you feel at home. But no pay. That's not how this works.
But Jen, you could have bought more cookies.
Did you buy some?
No, not yet.
But you're going to buy.
I might actually tonight.
Jen was like, all other cookies suck.
They do. I'm not even joking. Like, those cookies are just 100% the best cookies I've ever had. No questions asked. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Well,
But those cookies are freaking phenomenal.
that sounds pretty good. I didn't like them.
Hey, T. Schmidt, you got to think about the fact that I live in a cardboard box outside behind the building.
Well, there's that.
There's that. A little toasty.
There is that. It gets better though.
You know what's funny though? you actually, you know the reason why I didn't order crumble the other night?
Why?
Is because I went and looked to see, because I wanted to order some.
Mm-hmm.
You can only order 4 cookies is the minimum.
4 is the minimum?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't just order like a single, which is what I wanted.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't really feel the need to order
to have
4
all
cookies.
the cookies?
Yeah.
That's a 4 cookie minimum.
Yeah.
Did they have lots more choices?
Yeah, I think so.
I was not impressed.
Did you eat one?
I didn't eat one. I took a couple of bites I took a bite each of the ones that were left. The pecan one was pretty good. I don't know what it was. Kind of like an oatmeal thingy. I'm not as big on cookies. I don't dislike cookies.
I don't eat them a lot. I don't eat them a lot.
I'm a heretic, right? Well, not a heretic. I'm just
sorry,
a very
what?
basic. I'm just a basic individual. When we talk cookies, my idea of cookies is freshly baked chocolate chip and a big glass of milk. And that's literally all you got to do to make me happy. I'm a cheap freaking date is what it winds up being.
Cheap freaking date.
Yeah. I have not proud, not trying to hide it. I'm a cheap date. You want to win my heart? Make poor man spaghetti, bake some chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, and bring home a thing of cold chocolate milk from Starbucks.
And be gin.
And also be gin.
Must be gin. Fuse is not a peach cobbler guy. You were not paying attention in class that day.
Nope,
I'm
you
very
were not.
disappointed. Class, remind Paint Liquor. Jen says, I'm so glad you added the last part. That you must be Jen.
feel like that's a bit of a deal breaker there.
There's no breaking the deal. It's signed, sealed, and delivered in blood.
And sealed.
In like a circle with sacrificed chickens. Jen didn't really approve the sacrificed chickens.
Yeah, I can see that.
That was kind of. She's talked about bringing it up in court before that it was against her will. Something about signing under duress.
Signing under duress.
I don't know what these mean. I don't know what all these fancy legal words mean. What do I look like? Ernie?
I missed some little silly Forge World tab things. Knew I was going to miss a couple.
How the heck is Thursday going for everybody?
Going pretty good for me so far.
I just threw you under the inflatable bus.
Inflatable bus. It doesn't hurt very
As
bad.
I've been told. I'm still trying to catch up to that whole thing. Did you sacrifice it in 350-degree oil, though? No. I don't know where you come from, but that's not how we do things here in Arizona. See, in Arizona, it's always 350 degrees, so that doesn't do anything.
Just put it outside. And the same thing happens.
Yeah. How'd that go?
I got my chapter master for Grey Knights. Caldor Drago. I think he's a chapter. Is the leader of my force. Lay Warlord. Man with all the decision-making powers.
He sounds fun at parties.
Probably not. I can't imagine Space Marines are particularly fun at parties.
I don't feel like Space Marines you really are in, like, you're not really trying to invite them to parties.
No.
Hey, we're throwing a birthday for Ted. Who else gonna get invited? Not the Marines.
Yeah, let's...
How about not the Space Marines? Just put the chicken outside and it fries itself? You need to move back to Arizona then? Yes. Well, no, because all the chickens have built up an impervious nature to heat here, so you can't even cook chicken anymore. It's just got to be eaten raw, which is technically cooked because they run around in 350 degrees all day. So I'll leave that up to you to figure out.
Yeah, how does that make sense? I can cook a chicken on low or medium, and it'll be done in 10 minutes. But a chicken spends all day outside in 100 and something degrees sun.
And doesn't even have the decency to cook itself.
Correct.
I know,
How does this work?
This
does not make sense to me.
Freaking reality.
Yards Tony, thank you for the sub. 30 months.
Freaking reality. Not at all what I signed up for.
Yeah, I'm finding this lack of cooked chicken to be extremely disturbing. And frankly unacceptable.
Hey, when I was tempting you to come down here and I said that, hey, you'll love it here. It's so hot the chicken cooks itself. That was kind of hyperbole.
But why would you lie?
So, lie is a strong word, Jordan.
I mean, an exaggeration is by definition not the truth.
Is it though?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
How many chickens have you been hanging out with?
Apparently not enough.
Yeah, see? So you can't guarantee me that the chicken doesn't cook itself.
You know what? I'm going to go on a mission
Just saying.
To hang out with enough chickens to be able to prove you wrong.
You're going to go where?
I'm going to go hang out with enough chickens to prove you wrong.
I'm just going to go hang out with chickens. How does that work? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I plan on going and hanging out with chickens.
Why?
Hey, Jordan, what are you doing tonight? Hanging out with chickens.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, look, I'm still on the mission to hang out with the chickens and figure out what's going on.
I told you this.
With
I'm hanging out with chickens.
This whole uncooked business.
Do not make me say it again, Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Fuse is a creative, so he is creative with the truth. I hired. You're hired.
Don't accept Don't accept.
Very
It's a
hired.
ruse.
Double hired. I will pay you 2 of the salaries.
Still a ruse.
You can have Jordan's, and he doesn't think I'm telling the truth.
Whoa.
Dun,
Whoa.
dun,
Whoa.
dun.
I'll just throw back my legs and
I'm going
fall
back to
into my
Washington.
breeches
I'm
with
getting out of
delight.
this.
I just told him you don't get paid, so shame on them for coming down on that deal.
True.
Jordan gets paid in hugs and love.
And buses being
And
thrust
and
upon
being
him.
thrown under the inflatable bus that I still have yet to see. I'm very intrigued by the fact that somewhere we have an inflatable bus.
I am actually going to go find an
I
inflatable
think
bus.
we need an inflatable bus.
Just so I can just be like, huh.
Yeah, it just exactly, right? Just throw it at me in the middle of the stream or something, right?
You have
What
been
are you
thrown
doing?
under the bus.
What the? You have just now been thrown under the bus.
Yep.
I feel like this could be bad for our models if we start like
Throwing.
Nerf gunning and bus throwing at each other.
Well, I'm less worried about a bus than I would be about like Nerf darts and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a famous last words kind of statement.
I mean, yes. That's accurate.
Feels like a famous last words statement.
You're not
Jordan
wrong.
said that he would rather be hit by a bus.
No,
I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically the same
I
thing.
did not say that. Those
kinda-
words never came out of my mouth.
I'm paraphrasing, but same thing.
No.
Same freaking thing.
As
You
the
said-
person who allegedly said
You
these
said
things.
Jason hit me with a bus.
No.
And so, ta-da, bus.
But what would you do without me? This is a legitimate question. What would happen?
What would happen? What?
Without me?
If you got hit by a bus?
Yeah, what would you do?
I would cry.
Yeah.
I would mourn the loss of Baby J
For at least 20 minutes.
with a 24-hour stream where we give away lots of cool stuff.
Oh my god. Don't you all dare even think about
Oh, wow. I just incentivized a whole
Yeah.
room of chatters to
Yeah.
find a way to end Baby J horribly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baby J. That was not what I was trying to do. I am not trying to put a
not
hit
in love
out
with
on
this
you.
Situation. Not in love with this situation right now. I'm
Not in love with this situation.
I am not in love with this situation
I
right
am
now.
not in love with this situation.
Jason, I think I'm gonna take the day tomorrow and
I'm taking some days off. How many? Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking some days off.
Taking some days off. When are you coming back? About that.
I don't know. I'm going to Washington and I'll let you know.
So, about that whole coming back thing. I don't really feel like that's in the cards for me. Baby J, you can't leave.
I mean, I am gonna be gone.
What?
It's
You're
just not gonna
leaving?
be during work hours.
There's no. Oh. Well, damn it.
Yeah, I booked the flight and everything.
So do you? I want you to notice, Baby J.
What's that?
Right? Do you notice that I never leave you? Have you noticed this?
You're welcome to come with us.
I never leave you. I'm always here.
What do you do on the weekend of the 21st?
Bright and cheery, going to my stepfather's funeral.
Oh, right. Yeah, we actually had this conversation yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Earlier today.
Wah, wah.
That
That's like
sounds
you just told a
more
mom
important.
joke, and I said, "Thanks, my mom's dead."
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
my
maybe a
my
little.
stepfather's funeral that weekend. Wah wah. Got to fly to Colorado, hang out with the family for a bit. Doing that. Be prepared, chat. There's a day in the future where I will not be here.
Yep.
Delta says you guys should start taking commissions. What?
What? Why?
Why?
I love how we both just said that.
Do you have some news we don't have?
Why on earth would we do that?
I feel like that's really a bad idea.
I don't think you realize how much of a time commitment commissions are. I mean, I paint fast, but that doesn't mean we could do commissions. Turns out I still have responsibilities and duties of the company, like a fair amount of them.
Got all the painting he can handle right here.
That needs to be done.
All
like, you know, giving you guys cool painting content to watch on social medias.
Except that other guy keeps taking vacations.
Yeah, no, that makes it kind of difficult, doesn't it? It's like, hey, let's go do this thing. I got a great idea. Cool, let's do it in a couple of weeks.
I've got a new decree.
Uh-huh.
No more of this vacation nonsense.
Yeah. Only for Gabe, though.
About that.
I gotta take.
Jess, what part of Colorado? So like Glenwood Springs area, Newcastle, Glenwood Springs Rifle. I'm flying into whatever that town, Grand Junction. Baby J, you barely drilled those barrels, he says.
What do you mean?
They look drilled to me.
These aren't even drilled. They come this way.
Yeah. Cheater.
Well, hold on. I drilled barrels. I drilled all of these barrels.
Law Dog knows the law, so
they're in fact very drilled.
He's calling you out.
You can't look. All right, we'll literally go through every single model. Drilled barrel.
Much drill, very barreled.
Drilled barrel. And it's times 2 because these have double-barreled freaking weapons.
Much drill, very barrel.
Hey, look at that. Drilled barrels. Hey, look at that. Except for this guy. He only has 1 barrel. The drilled barrel.
Law Dog, this is you.
Drilled barrels.
Being called out.
Bam, look at that. Drilled barrels.
Damn, it just keeps worse.
This guy doesn't have a gun, so he doesn't need drilled barrels.
It's getting worse and worse.
Drilled barrels. Bang. What you gonna do about it?
The ones you drilled are drilled.
Drilled
Caldors
barrels.
was weak. Caldors was like the
Drilled
sculpt
barrels.
was like that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Drilled barrels. Look at that. Boom.
Baby J's taking offense to this, I feel.
Boom.
Like.
Drilled barrels. Look at that. What you gonna do about it? Drilled barrels. Drilled barrels. Uh-huh. Drilled barrels.
Much drilled. Very barrel. You need to drill their ear holes.
Nope.
Says Source does.
No, I definitely do not need to do that.
You've noticed how strategically none of the people have any skin showing. Baby J said, I am not painting faces on this arm.
I don't like... So, okay. This is a hot take, maybe?
You don't like Marines with their helmets off?
Stupid to have Marines with helmets off.
I don't know that that's a hot take. I feel like that's one I can get behind.
Yeah. If I'm on a battlefield, I do not want my helmet off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
Because I'm going to get domed by some stray errant bullet or something.
Yeah, by far.
And I'm going to be dead.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if I'm a Space Marine. If I get plumped in the head with a gun shot, I'm dead. So, ergo, helmet on.
It's kind of like, the way I look at it is kind of like hockey. When I was playing hockey, a lot of the vets didn't want to wear face masks. Or even wear helmets, but they had to. And so you get to that point where it's like, you know, you just got guys that are like, nah, I didn't grow up wearing a helmet. I'm not wearing one now. So, there you go. So there you go, chat.
Except we're the opposite because we want people to wear helmets.
Their devotion that the Emperor will protect. Protect my dome, Pops. That's what they say.
He's like kind of dead, not dead. I wouldn't count on him to be...
Hey, so you and your heretical views need to just chill. Okay? Chill.
I'm not
the Emperor is not dead. The Emperor's taking care of things. He's taking care of business.
He's kind of dead.
He's taking care of business up on the chair.
I'm being honest, that man is not so with us right now.
He's taking care of business. Life's good. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Papa, Emperor of Mankind, not so Papa anymore.
It's all fine. Completely fine.
Sounds like you're trying to convince yourself that this.
No, I'm just explaining to you that everything's fine.
Yeah,
it's all fine.
Yeah. Show me how fine it really is.
Fine. Imps is fine.
Imps is fine.
Imps is fine.
Not sure he would appreciate you calling him Imps.
Hey, I call him Daddy-O most of the time.
Not sure he would appreciate that either.
I mean, you know, I don't care.
Your Royal Eminence.
I don't really care. He didn't want to be worshipped, so I call him Daddy-O.
I mean, being worshipped and
disrespected,
being disrespected, people disrespecting your title are two very
not
different
wanting
things.
to be worshipped and being disrespected. Not really the logical progression there, Fuse. Is that what you're trying to explain to me?
Yeah, that one. You hit the nail right on the head.
Freaking people.
Hey, look, I just call it like it is.
People and your views.
It's not a view. It is, in fact, the truth. The stone cold truth of our emperor.
I heard it.
I mean, I'm literally painting Grey Knights right now.
Said our emperor. You heard him, chat.
I could have played Chaos Space Marines.
Shoulda.
They still might.
2 armies?
Well, I might build some models and paint some models just because they're really cool. I don't know if I would go so far as to have a whole army. But maybe.
What?
You never know.
I am building a model, chat, by the way.
Yes.
I am hobbying over here.
It's just a super
Nimriel, thank you for the Twitch Prime. 24 freaking months. Champagne. Good to see you again. I hope everybody is doing well on this wonderful Thursday.
It is quite a relaxing Thursday, all things considered. Lots of stuff to do today, but that's okay. That's not a bad thing.
Well, huzzah, huzzah! I'll just
Well,
throw back my
huzzah,
legs and
huzzah.
salute my breeches with delight.
That makes Nimriel a liar. Oh my god, that's right. 24 freaking months.
Well, huzzah, huzzah!
You just got your
I'll
liar
just throw
tag,
back my
Nimriel.
legs and
How about
salute
them
my
apples?
breeches with delight.
Nimriel joins the Liars Club.
It's gonna be a minute before I'm part of the Liars Club. Unless I get honorary induction as a result of being here all the time.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about special treatment.
I mean, it could happen. Could happen. There's a world.
There's a world
There's a world where that exists.
where this is the way it turned out.
Yeah.
There's a
It
point
may
in the
not be the
multiverse.
world I live in.
There is a point in the multiverse.
Yep. I think it's time. Wash. Wash,
Do a
wash,
wash?
wash. Yeah. Basically got El Caldor Drago to the wash stage of afternoon.
They charge it, babe. They only charge us $2,000. You're stretching it out of whack. They didn't charge us 2002. They only charged us 2000. Wasn't that bad? Stop trying to make mountains out of molehills.
I can't believe
Zeros are scary. They definitely were that day.
that is still so insane to me that happened.
False. It was 2002. It was 2000. Because I remember when I went in, they gave us $2,000 back. I went into Taco Bell and they gave us $2,000 back on our credit card And I told her, no, you can still keep the money for the drink. You can make it $1,998.
Oh my gosh.
It was so silly.
What did she say to that?
She goes, no, please, the drink's on us. They were very sorry about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Very sorry about
I
it.
imagine so.
So, good on them. Still.
Try not to do that again.
Yeah, let's not do that again. Be nice. This is okay, but you're wrong. I need you to go look at it, and then I need you to be honest when you admit that you're wrong. Dad, I may be sleeping outside tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
They were supposed to charge me $2, and she hit way too many zeros. So.
Yeah.
Moral of the story: always look at your receipts, because then they would have been able to refund it right there.
Whoever looks at their receipt drive through.
Because holy hell, that was painful.
Yeah. Bank, why aren't you going to help me with this?
Oh, don't even get Jen started on the bank.
People who bank with.
Yeah, I don't even think you can get Jen started on the bank thing. They were like, nope, not our problem.
Excuse me?
They're like, that's not fraud. You should check your receipts. Well, even Taco Bell corporate, when she called Taco Bell corporate, was like, we can't be held responsible for the bad actions of our franchisees.
It's like, I'm pretty sure that is in fact not how that works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they represent you, right?
Yeah.
Like, you had to vet them, right?
Are they not an extension of your business?
Right?
Aren't they representatives of Taco Bell? Isn't that like the whole reason?
The whole thing?
Yeah, that's what franchising is it not?
I mean, they're just making it up as they go, Baby J. You can't really hold them responsible.
Oh, I can hold them responsible. Whether or not they are legally responsible, that's remains to be seen. We haven't had to go that far yet. Let's hope that never has to go that far. Because I don't really want to find out the real answer, because I have a distinct impression that I'm going to be upset by the truth.
I'm going to be upset. A feeling this is not going to turn out the way I want it to be.
If I have learned anything about this world in my 29 some odd years of being on it, it's that a lot of the time the answers are not actually the way that you want them to be.
Yeah.
Things do not work the way that they should work, as much as they should work that way.
She's lying. She says she looked at it and it was 2002. Well, then I don't think we got enough money back. Pretty sure they only gave us $2,000. I think we got screwed again. Baby J thinks corporations are beholden to laws. They are.
They are. They just have enough money to get around a lot of them.
Well, it's just that the normal person doesn't understand. The same way that you speed, right?
Yeah.
Corporations do stuff that is frowned upon.
Yeah. Correct.
Right.
Things that they're not going to get necessarily in trouble for, but they shouldn't be doing. Just like a cop won't necessarily ticket you for going 10 miles over the speed limit. You still shouldn't be doing it because you're not supposed to.
I think that my standpoint has always been better laws, better law enforcement.
Mm-hmm. I think that's very reasonable. What kind of bases should I do for? What do you think?
That's always a tough one. That's always a tough one, Baby J.
Mm-hmm.
Make it like they're on the football field. Do it green with like Blood Bowl lines.
No.
I mean, well,
Great
that was
idea,
my
but no.
thought. That's all I got, Baby J. You asked for help, I gave you help. You didn't like it? Stuffed noogies. What you get?
Think about that.
Great nights on a lava world. Lava bases. There you go, Baby J. Lava.
I don't really have the stuff to do lava bases.
Or dead demon bits. I like
should
dead
I go?
demon
Should I go
bits.
chop up all of Gabe's
I'm
models?
just not really sure how you do dead demon bits, but I like this idea.
I just go take Gabe's models, chop them up.
Oh, there you
put 'em
go.
On my bases.
There you go. Easy. Problem solved. Gabe comes back. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, where'd all my bloodthirsters go? They've been
well-
eaten by the Grey Knights.
Well, so about that. About that, Gabe.
About that, Gabe. You left me alone.
Really sad to have to inform you.
And because you left me alone, I might have absconded with a good deal of your demons.
Absconded.
Yeah.
You're even going to throw college words at him.
Is that even a college level word?
I don't know. Sounds like it. Or Jabe.
No.
He's not here to defend himself, so don't give him a poor Jabe thing.
Yeah. That man does not enjoy the privileges of a poor Jabe when
Is
he's
Jabe new guy on the block still?
on vacation. Yeah. Well, technically, Paul is a more new guy.
Oh, that's right. Paul is more new than Jabe.
Mm-hmm. I did tell Paul that he should come in after work
Come in after work?
and hang out. Yeah.
Oh, up in here?
Yeah.
Up in here?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
He might make you lose your mind.
Up in here?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what bases.
Marble would be cool.
Marble.
I want to see him do marble now that they're on the base.
So I like the idea of marble. I think it works better with Custodes than it works for Grey Knights, because Grey Knights are already pretty bright. So I feel like it would contrast a lot. Unless I did like a black marble.
Holy hell.
But I also don't have the right bases for that, and they're already all glued to their... Which in hindsight is probably a mistake.
Pop them off.
They've been pretty well adhered to their bases.
Super glue. Take them in the freezer, pop them off. I'm a lazy bastard these days. It's either I just put on some turf, I put on our basing texture
That's kind of what I'm thinking of doing.
and paint it, or I get resin bases.
Yeah.
I do the basing texture way more than the resin bases because I don't want to spend the money on bases all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But for an army that I'm putting a lot of effort into, resin bases generally, or
could
build
do
up
snow.
build up some cool bases.
Snow might be cool.
Grey Knights fighting in the snow.
Yeah.
The hoarfrost of the psychic backlash.
I don't know. Could work.
Gotta build a triumphant story for why there's snow on the ground, Baby J.
Do I?
Yeah. Gotta write some fiction live right here. Baby J's first storytelling experience on Monument Hobbies. Go.
They're fighting on Earth during Christmas.
Worst book ever.
You forced me to not only create the narrative, but create it on the flash, right here, with no preparation.
Chat.
So you get what you get.
Chat. Are we gonna put up with that?
Yes.
Grey Knights in the snow on Christmas. Earth. Yay. No.
Earth, yay!
No. No, that's not how that works. I
I
demand
could
better.
get some rubble printed out and put it on their bases, but then I would probably want to rip them all off their bases.
Please do snow, says Source. I have yet to see someone do snow bases that don't look ass. I'm going to correct your grammar there on the fly. So. How would you do the snow? Would you just do snow entirely, or would you do like dirt and then like patches of snow?
Yeah, it would be like dirt,
like frost,
with like bits of like tufts of snow that are started to be.
Yeah, a little frost.
Yeah. It definitely wouldn't be all snow, that's for sure.
Snow's one of the ones I stay away from, generally because it just doesn't look as good on the table when you play.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Is the only reason that I stay away from it. It's tough to get snow to really look right on the tables you play on. Not impossible, but just tough.
I always have this problem when I build armies. I'm like, I don't know what base stuff I should. Blur, 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 blur.
Grass and flowers, Baby J. Grass and flowers.
Did you call Holy Terra Earth? No, it's some other random planet called Earth.
He's lying, by the way. That's a lie.
It's a bit of a poopy planet.
We have it's crazy. In the room here, we have a little, like, it looks like a smoke detector, but it says lie on the front. And it just went off. It just went crazy. I don't know what happened. I'm not real sure what happened.
Jordan is full of poop.
Not sure what just happened, but it went off. New high score. Is that bad?
Why can't all models just come with cool bases like this? Give me some, like,
yeah, sometimes they get it right with a sculpted base. The ones that they do the figure that it doesn't have the full coverage bum me out. Because they do like Dante, that just has a pillar coming up out of the ground, and then you're supposed to figure it out. Yep. Figure it out. Make it cool.
Concur.
If you just put basing material on it, it looks kind of janky.
It does.
But okay. Sandy Beach. Grey Knights need their endless summer crusade. I'm down. That's 2 for on the beach.
2 for on the beach. A twofer?
Sounds like beach. Beach Marines.
I'm gonna need you to sell me on this narrative.
Dude, you could put like a beach blanket on one of it, put like the Corona logo.
Hell no.
Hell yeah, that would be so good. Give him a surfboard. One of them has a surfboard tied to his back. Thematic. We're going for thematics here, Baby J. Thematics. I tried, chat. I tried. We're
not doing that.
I tried.
We're not doing it.
I tried.
That ain't happening. Got a Dread Knight? It needs a beach umbrella.
See?
I do.
I'm down.
I do have one.
I think that's the only way the baby carrier looks halfway decent. Beach umbrella.
Beach umbrella.
Or maybe some DJ tables. The Dread Knight could be the DJ at the beach. I feel like beach theme or riot. Right, chat? Beach theme or riot, Baby J.
Or I could just do the super easy thing and just do Mars bases.
And do what?
Mars bases.
Oh.
Which is like the most.
Dude, that's all we've been doing
boring.
lately.
I know. Tell me about it. I don't think it would look very good because they have the red on them. I think I should just do more traditional, like, urban rubble bases. You know what? Maybe I just don't do it, and
I think sand would look really good.
You think sand would look good?
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, you don't have to have the beach, but sand would look good. Urban base with block and rubble would be tough. You'd have to bust them all off of there now.
Yeah, which would not work out very well, I don't think. It would be a colossal pain.
black volcanic sand. Well, that's actually kind of a good idea. You could use the earth, but do black and gray. More black than gray.
Yeah.
Time to throw out all your Mars bases for your Imperial fists. Why? Mars bases are great.
Could just use this stuff.
Brown.
Yep.
Do it. I still think you should do the beach
The beach.
or sand.
That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Sand.
It just, I mean, yeah, I understand that, but it just does not compute.
You
in
don't
my
think
brain.
Grey Knights fight on land with sand?
No,
Why not?
doesn't make sense to me.
Why? Armageddon was all sand, desert wastes. 100%. Large deserts of sand and dust between big hive cities. That's all Armageddon was. One of the most quintessential stories in the entire 40K universe. Sand. Now, I don't know if the Great Knights were there, but, you know. It was Black Templars, same thing. Angry dudes with guns. Babe J, you know what one thing is around here that I never want to have happen?
What's that?
I never want you to be pressured into something you don't like. I care too much about you.
No, I'm trying to envision a lot of it right now. I'm never gonna put something on my models that I don't like.
Well,
That
I've seen
ain't
you
gonna
do it.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea of sand. I just I would have to get the color right in my head, and I'd also want to do like wavy sand dunes, so I'd have to build it up a little bit
Uh-huh.
with the texture.
Uh-huh.
I think the only other problem with it too is that it would be very stark against pretty much any table that I put them on, which might bother me.
Same with snow, yeah.
Yeah,
I can see
so,
that.
and that's why my hesitation was snow.
But put little you can on the sand stuff though, you could do like little, half green, brown tufts.
Yeah.
Little sprigs of desert grass hanging out.
Yeah. Well, the other problem too is that Castle and Crow is very much in the middle of an urban rubble, with like demon stuff embedded in the ground.
All right, that's it.
Which
Go take
sucks.
Gabe's army apart. Gabe, I'm sorry, but I give him authorization to destroy your models.
All right, we're gonna go grab them. Sorry, Gabe.
Gabe's not listening. Gabe's not here, so it's even better. Because now we can get away with it easier.
I'm gonna look at some printable bases tonight, and we'll see. And we'll just hold off on the concept. And instead, we're gonna paint some red. El Rodrigo.
I'm having a real hard time building this model.
What's that?
This is the arms. Getting the arms aligned right is really rough.
Reminds me of the cloak on the Death Knight.
Babe J says, if you wait until next week, I can send you some Zinch and Towel bits.
Zinch and Tau bits. Flickster rating with a party of 38. Holy Toledo.
Impossible.
Flickster and all the viewers, thanks for coming by.
Impossible.
Hope y'all had a wonderful stream.
Mr. Flick, how the hell are you? Hello. Welcome, Raiders. How we doing? Baby J's painting Demon Hunters.
Yep. The good old name. From back in the
AKA
day.
Knights of the Grey.
Knights of the Grey.
How's the stream, Flick? What you painting? Tim, I am not painting. I'm putting a model together so I can paint something new.
Yep.
And I've reached an impasse here with these arms. Trying to get them lined up is being a real bear.
Thanks for inviting me to your birthday on Wednesday. It was really fun. Didn't get my party bag though. Flickster. Got lost in the warp.
So, I know you have a 6-year-old daughter. The rest of the world is not built around lollipops and party hats. We get down to business. Trying to finish up your fabulous Marine, a bust from Luxumbra. Luxumbra. That's the Infinity stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. That is correct.
He says, what? I thought the whole world was about party hats and lollipops and... Like, you gotta start early and go up to your 6-year-old and be like, where did babies come from?
Jeez.
I do it to the people here at the office all the time.
Where do babies come from?
I go on a streak right here at the office, I'll ask everybody. I'll stand at the front door in the morning. Where do babies come from?
Jeez.
I haven't gotten any good answers yet. Well, everybody says it's the storks here at the office, so... You just need to be preemptive, Flick. That way it's not as hard for you to deal with later on. That's my story. That's how I say to do it. That's how I parent. I want to put it out there for those in chat that may not know me. I am not a parent. The world is a safer place because of that. Babies come from suckers. Wait a minute.
Painting red, painting a lot of red, painting more red.
What did I say about singing?
Oh, we're in that mode right now.
What did I tell you about singing? There's no singing in miniature painting.
Lie.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Lie.
Caught again. So welcome, everybody. If you're new around here, we are Monument Hobbies. It is Therapy Thursday, which is the day that you are entitled to ask us for any life advice you need.
And we will give you
things going around the office,
advice.
around the home, anything that you might be having trouble with. We're here for you. That's what Monument Hobbies does. Make the lives of our community better.
Yep.
Through hobby and helpfulness. The 2 H's. feel free.
Impart questions upon us.
Yep.
So
we
may...
are the purveyors of the best, worst life advice you will ever receive, ever, anywhere in the history of ever.
That is correct.
So
we know all about the best, worst life advice.
Just know that we are truly licensed, unlicensed practitioners of psychological affairs. What's the answer to the ultimate question? Got to be more specific. I can't seem to make a duty. What should you do? Grit your teeth and push harder. Blow an O-ring. Source dust. Where do babies come from? Storks, I've been told. Bad decisions. Dracos Infinitus says, I swear the only good answer is ask your mom? Yes. Yes. In a pinch, pass the buck. I'm down. Babies come from Amazon like everything else. Just shows up. Doorstep. Storks. Cabbages.
Storks cabbages.
You buy them from the dealers at the hospital. Baby dealer. Feel like that's illegal.
Yep. I concur.
My life advice is posted in Therapy Thursday in Discord. Life advice question. You want me to look at your non-metallic metal, don't you? I did look at it. I think that you've done a pretty good job on the shine areas. I think that you went a little overboard on some of the edge highlighting. There's some pretty big blocky edge highlighting, if I've got it right, because you're doing Deidre the Wanderer, one of our models that we did during the Mother Loving Paint Party. And if I remember right, her left leg, right, her actual left leg, low on the boot, on the greave, right, on her shin guard. You've got some pretty heavy highlighting. I think that the big thing when you're wanting to do non-metallic metal is you're really trying to replicate a light source. Like everything we do when we paint, we're looking to do fake lighting, right? Because that's all there is. You know, without light, there's nothing to look at. So the biggest issue is making sure that you have your light match the model. And the thing that I took away from it when I was looking at it, Tim, was that the lighting was just a hair off. You had some spots there where it was really bright down low on the leg that didn't match with how the rest of the leg looked. And how the torch light up top and all that. So I got caught up needing to go to a meeting, but that was what my plan to say on Discord was, is I think you're in the right direction. I think now it's really just a matter of dialing in your lighting on the metal so that it matches the lighting that would be made on the model itself across the rest of those surfaces. The torch light needs to be reflected a little bit more on the model overall for how the lighting is too. But you're off to a great start. The coloring from where you're going on your bluish steel to your highlights looked really, really good. Especially on the breastplate. I thought that was looking really good. See, I pay attention, Tim. I love you. True love. Sat in my office and stared at your stuff and then didn't type anything. Fortunately, I just got too caught up in my day. It was horrible.
Security seals all over these boys.
Darken the left leg. So, yeah, well, so you're going to do OSL from the flame. You want to make sure that you're dialing everything in for the light, not just the OSL, but the light, the light on the image before the OSL, because you'll hear me say all the time, if you're going to be doing OSL, I always paint the model pretty much every time to the point where it doesn't have any OSL, and then dial the OSL in over the completed model. The reason I do that is because the model is still going to have, unless you're doing something that's like, a candle at night, which Deidre could be, right? When we painted Deidre at this end, we did her to where she was in like a dark cave. So I did not paint her as if she were out in the sunlight and then just darken and add the OSL to her. I knew from the get-go that I didn't want to have much light on her at all, right? So let me get all this crud out of the way. Shift over like this. Grab Deidre because she's right back. Oh, painted one's the one I...
Oopsies.
Still alive. So this is what I'm talking about when I say controlling your lighting for your metals, is that, you know, you look at the lower leg, I'm still giving the shine because it's brighter, has brighter points than the cloth, because what you're doing is your eye's always comparing what's next to the things it's seeing. So I'm seeing some shine here, but no shine here. So instantaneously, I know there's a division in material, because it would be very easy to darken this leg down to where you just thought it was pants the whole way. So I've painted, you know, not too much in differentiation in color because it's supposed to be in a dark cave. So the rest of her body just kind of muds out because there's no light other than the torch light. And so that yellowy flame light is what gives me kind of my color. You can pick out a little bit of the green, pick out a little bit of the burgundy for the cape, but as you get down, you can't pick out as much burgundy down in the shadows, right? So you get that shine on there, but this shine is nothing like the shine up on the breastplate. And so what I was saying about yours is that you brought this same intensity of shine and how much of the area of the armor the shine takes up. You took it, the concept you had on the breastplate, which looked really good, and you replicated it down here. You have too much shine on these areas down here because there wouldn't be that much light down here, right? So if there's not as much light, then the metal can't reflect as much light, which means it won't be as bright. So think in terms of that. As light goes further from the source, less to reflect back, and so you get less shine. So just tone the shine down as you go down the model. Your sword looked fantastic, by the way. You had some really, really good shine on both edges of the sword. Really, really neat job done there. And then, you know, I did the swimming pool uplight on her dark side, but that's the biggest thing that I would say. And hopefully that gives you a better feel for what I was talking about. Stoney, what's happening?
Stoney, what's going on?
And yeah, the breastplate looks great. Just you know what I normally do in my head as I'm thinking about a model and setting up the light on it is you're always trying to feel like, okay, so where is my light intensity going to be the brightest? Regardless if you have a flame or a torch or anything like that. It could just be a marine, right? It could just be a standard marine. And you think, okay, well, where is my brightness going to be the highest? And it's, of course, on a marine with no specific light source, it's just going to be basically the shoulders and the head area. And so you go bright there and you look at, okay, well, the metal is going to be the brightest at the top of the shoulders because I've decided to do it that way, but it won't be as bright down here, right? I won't peak my shine to as bright a level on metal that isn't as close to my light source, you know? And so think in terms of that. And even on short models, you know, because this model's only like 2 inches tall, right? So you'd think that, well, I mean, you know, in the real world, you know, even 6 or 8 feet tall dudes are not going to cast a tremendous shadow on themselves. But for contrast on how we paint models, that's where your eye wants to go. And same thing for cloth, metal, everything. Flick, take it easy, man.
See you, Flick.
Have a great evening. Thank you for the raid. I'm building Morgana Le Fay.
Yeah, skin. Brought to you by Monument Slow Food.
I want to paint skin. So Jordan said about to paint skin. I think.
So to darken the highlights on the legs, I could just glaze black blue over it to keep the shine, but make it look right.
I think some of your shine is too intense for too much of the space on there. But yes, you got the right idea. You could just tone down what you've done. But like some of the lines of reflection were too long. You know, they went over like the whole surface. So if you darken them up, it's still going to be that same distance of shine, and you need to tighten that up a little bit. But yeah, that's a good place to start. And then you can go back and kind of spot brighten them. Is one way to look at it. I think it goes like that. I'm pretty sure. I know it doesn't go the other way. These don't fly out front. I don't. No non-metallic metal overkill? What are you talking about? I'm sick of painting armor, man. Too much armor lately.
Yeah, the
Death Knight, Dante, holy, too much armor, man.
No.
Here, let's just paint non-metallic gold for days. I love doing it, but I need a break.
I gotta find a fun, fancy schmancy project to work on. I have been doing a lot of army projects.
Mose, this is a Mindworks model. I need to get the inventory reconciled still. We've just been so busy. I have not had time.
Mo was asking about that earlier today.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm right there with you, Mo. I'm trying. We also have an ad that isn't quite finished that I need to run with it when we launch it. So we're trying to get everything tied up together at the same time. So it'll probably be this next week. I'm about a week and a half behind on what I told you, so I apologize. But it will happen.
Okay, Jen said to expect a month behind whatever you say because you're a liar.
Yeah, pretty much. Jen says, where's her shirt? Is that Jen saying that?
Yeah. I don't think she's got one.
I think she's kind of naked.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, she has clothes on.
She's kind of naked.
She has a skirt and strategically placed braids. Anybody in Arthurian legend got time for
Clothes?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Curious as to where all the heck this other stuff goes. There's a helmet. I think the helmet goes over here. Fallen Knight helm. And heck this is. Thing of coal probably goes. We can do that later. And that may, like, the bird may sit right in front. Is that what? Not really sure what's happening here with the bird. I feel like that's supposed to be like a dead rat.
She's
something.
ready for the beach party with the gray knight.
Alright, well, none of the base stuff's going on there right now. We'll figure out that. Do all that later. Later, I tell ya. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I am warming up to the idea of doing the sand.
Got him.
I am warming up to the idea.
Got him, Chet.
It's a different sand than what I would normally think of when I think sand, which is like Hawaiian beach sand.
Got him, Chet.
Not like dreary ash wastes.
Talking hard.
Talking difficult. Cannot do it very well. Sorry, chat. You just gotta hear me throw out swear words, apparently.
She's clearing terms of service.
Goodness.
Tim, you going to Taco Bell? Fantastic. Did you order on the app? Make sure you check your receipt.
Ooh,
Just going to throw it out there.
Taco Bell sounds delightful.
Gonna throw it out there. Taco Bell sounds delightful. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
That was for dinner? Hey, babe, we're having Taco Bell for dinner. $2,000.
Have you guys gone back since?
I don't think so. Maybe once. In the grimdark of the 41st millennium, the heroic Grey Knights venture forth into the sandy ass wastes.
God dang it.
I said, no respect. It's like Rodney Dangerfield of Monument Hobbies over here. I get no respect. I get no respect. Do chat a solid. They just make fun of me.
Yeah,
Welcome to chat.
I do chat a solid by giving them things to make fun of me.
This is kind of the thing they're on the lookout for, I think, right?
Very true.
Are finally getting a Septic Santa for a paint along this year? I've already gave you Septic Santa during the freaking Mother Loving Paint Party. I got Septic Santa. It doesn't get any more septic than that guy. Big Bob, I can only lead you to water. I don't know what else to do for you, man.
Cannot make you drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't know how else to do it. I made the model. Did the thing. Take you to beer? No, I don't lead you to beer.
Take you to beer.
Take me to beer.
I don't think that's how that song goes.
No?
Nope.
I think you don't listen right.
I believe they say church.
Take me to beer church. Better?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with it. What the heck? Why not?
Doesn't get any better, Jordan.
No, it does not.
It doesn't get any better.
You are correct.
It doesn't get any better.
Life
It just keeps
is
going
always
like
about
this.
the same.
It just keeps on going like this.
All right. If this is the status quo, I think my life will be just fine.
I was gonna say this actually isn't that bad, is it?
No.
Okay, Morgan Le Fay. Morgan Le Fay, people. Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay.
He has an Excalibur sword here too. Oh, it goes in the ground there. Really? Wow.
Shouldn't it go in the lake?
Huh?
Shouldn't it go in the lake or in a rock somewhere?
Yes, probably. Well, that's a frog. That's an upside down frog
Stabbing an
with
upside
its
down
tongue
frog?
out, and I'm assuming that the bird sits on the frog somewhere. Is that part of the story? I don't remember. That
I
part of the
don't
story.
remember that being part of the
I
story.
don't remember that being a thing.
The ass sand is certainly the worst. You can't really wade into water without sharks.
Ass sand.
What have I done? I have entertained chat,
I blame you.
such as the life of.
I blame you. You know, Jen was telling me the other day how happy she is to have you here because now you get blamed most of the time.
You guys hired a scapegoat. This is what you did.
Baby scapegoat.
Baby J, scapegoat for Monument Hobbies. Let's go.
Oh my God, that's your business card.
Scapegoat?
Baby J, professional scapegoat.
Yeah. Also professional scapegoat.
Professional little E
Yeah,
scapegoat.
little E scapegoat.
Oh, I love it.
I'm feeling a little peckish for a snack. Like a snack, sir?
I do not want a snack. Thank you very much, though.
Ooh, that was very, very matter of fact.
I was ready for it. I'd already planned it in my head.
Did you?
When it became snack time, what was I going to say? I am going to say no. I don't want one. You can't make me.
Okay, I'll bring you some chips.
Okay, that's where that thing goes. It's like a little thing of coals. But I don't understand where the bird goes. I don't see any feet anywhere. And it doesn't have feet. It's like it's supposed to have a thing that... Oh, you know what? Did have feet, and I cut them off. Oh, no. The bird sits on the sword, so I'm glad I didn't wind up cutting all the... There was a bunch of stuff on the top of the sword, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. But that's what that is. It's supposed to be the bird feet. Bird sits on Excalibur. Aha! Well, I didn't ruin the model, chat. We did not ruin the model yet. We have not started painting it yet. That's when things get bad. When you let me loose on models with paintbrush and paint, I shouldn't be allowed. But it's a lifelong dream I have, so I'm very thankful that all of you out there allow me to pursue my dream, even though I suck at it. Get out of here. I present to you Morgan Le Fay. I need something to stick her down on. I think it's time to take the Death Knight off the cork. That's not going to stick very well, is it?
I've wrangled us some nerds.
What? People who are just excited to sit on comfy chairs. He brought chips.
The ones you like.
Chips. They are the Harvest Cheddar, which are the banging chips. I'll put those right there. It's a Yakob.
And a Paul. But
What?
he's on a phone call, so he'll be here in a moment.
I was going to say, he's not here. There is no and a Paul.
He will be here soon.
There is no and a Paul. There is a thought of a Paul.
Oh, Lord Draco, let's go!
Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
What do you mean you don't know?
he has a helmet on.
Yeah. Because, okay.
That's exactly what I said. So what kind of self-righteous commander has a helmet?
Yeah, so he
in
doesn't get
40K?
hit in the head
He
with
has
a
no
bullet.
personality. He just looks like another one of the dudes.
On one end, he looks like he doesn't look unique because he's not very distinguished from the rest of them.
He has a shield, and it's the only model in the army that has a shield.
Yes. But at the same time,
Also, just yes.
but at the same time, I love the
It was a
helmets,
ninja.
and I don't
I
like
got you.
non-helmeted models in general.
It was only $2,000.
I hate non-helmeted models, which is why he has a helmet on.
screenshot
Yeah, me too.
Too. I know how it happened too. She did
Two.
get it, and then 200.
Oh man, Hot Wings
Oh, that's
sounds
how
so
it
good right now.
happened. Oh, that's it. Hi, Jen.
So Jacob, I'm thinking about getting a knight. Allying in a knight.
Real nice.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell tonight?
No.
Oh, really want to Taco Bell?
No.
What are you thinking? I'm just very hungry. I'll eat anything.
I may have accidentally prompted
He
him with
started it.
ideas of Taco Bell.
Well, I mean,
This
no,
is my
it
fault.
was Lumberjack Tim was talking about.
Right.
That is great.
Do it. Knights are amazing. It would be fun to paint, T. Schmidt. That's part of the reason why I want to do
Are
it.
you leaving? Oh, you're trying to.
I'm turning the air compressor on.
Following me out of here?
Nope.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh.
I'm done with the stream for today.
Following me after minute.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Jason?
What?
Do we need to have a conversation about this?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It was after the minute.
Oh, look
It was
at
an accident.
It wasn't an accident. It was on purpose.
Alright. Guys, tomorrow,
Bye. Thank you again for water, Jen. I'm doing just fine. Thanks so much. I make Jacob do that one. Oh, hey, that's the model Vince had on his latest video. Morgana or this? Wad tomato. We have Zambies. What's up, Zambies?
What? Impossible.
Hello. Welcome.
Impossible.
Oh snap! We got to do
Right
the
there.
we got to do the challenge review today.
Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Thomas John Paints, thank you for reminding us about the challenge review, which we still need to do.
You need to do.
Okay. Are you gonna
You're
chill?
the one that made the slideshow.
I have made the slideshow. It is ready to go.
Did you know that today was the day?
I forgot.
Ah.
But the slideshow is ready. I finished it on Monday, so it is ready. Look, it's been a weird week.
Oh, I guess that's true. I guess that it wasn't like yesterday was the end of the month, so
No, it was
you're
like
good to go.
yeah, like some time ago, in a long lost land. What's a good highlight for copper? Just mix a little of the light warm
Help me out
metal
over there?
colors.
Something's hanging.
What the heck?
Standing on
There
it.
we go. Got it.
He's standing on it.
No, I'm definitely not standing on it. Here we go.
Ah!
The answer is we will probably do it in 20 or 30 minutes. Probably close out the stream with it, I would imagine. Or we could do it now-ish. Well, you're about to practice.
Well, I mean, you're running it. What
Well,
do
I
you
need to do.
You
I need
me
to pull
bring
it
it
up
up
from your computer, right?
You need me to bring it up?
Yeah.
See that over here? Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? I hate when that happens. Windows is such a crappy program. I gotta do it like this. Is it on the drive?
Mm-hmm.
Where on the drive?
Stream. It's in the marketing folder. Stream. Challenges.
I am not logged in as the right human being.
To do that.
Company drives. Marketing. Stream stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Discord challenges.
Score challenges.
June 2023.
And yep.
What do I do?
Scroll down.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Those folders just have all the photos of everybody's submissions in them.
Ha ha!
That was a Gabe thing. I just followed his suit with how he organized that folder.
Aha! Aha! Now I think I was supposed to go like hit the slideshow thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I go whip.
Whip.
Damn.
Whoop, that didn't do much.
Well, I gotta change this there.
That didn't do what we were supposed to be doing.
Didn't do the thing that we want to do. I feel like that's not right. Hang on. Or was it? Did we shrink it down? Maybe we shrunk it down.
I'm surprised this didn't get saved from the last time we did it.
Well, about that. I think we did a Therapy Thursday since then.
Oh, and it mucks it up.
Well, yeah. I kind of do it where I share the same settings
Uh-huh.
for multiple things.
We should
Not do that.
not do that.
I know.
You should show me how to fix it so that I can fix it so that we don't have this problem.
Well,
So that you don't have to spend the time doing it.
well.
I can do it. June, doom, and gloom. Yes, I know that doesn't quite rhyme. But we're going with it anyways.
I think it rhymes perfectly.
Doom and gloom.
It works great. Who this?
Skylar Dragon 33. With a very creepy looking...
Dude, I
I'm
love
not
this
sure
model.
what that is.
I love this model.
It is a very cool model.
It has a blowhole.
It does.
Or is that
in
a
the
third
middle
eye?
of its forehead?
It might be 3 eyes.
Maybe it's both.
I'm gonna go with blowhole.
It's both.
I want there to be a blowhole in its forehead. Mainly because it's been a lifelong dream of mine to be able to breathe out of my forehead.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I just want to be able to go. Right? Because if you had if your nasal cavity was on your forehead and you needed to sneeze, you could just aim in the direction of somebody over there and you'd be like,
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what this guy does.
Ugh. So funny. Paint Liquor, well, what is this production value? Yeah, we have we have a guy.
I don't know what's going on.
So we have increased the quality of production value on our Discord challenges going forward. And now we have a cool thing.
You gotta blame Jabe. What's the deal with Skylar's? This was the gloom and doom grimdark.
Yes. Yeah, so
Nailed it,
The,
by the way.
The challenge for this month, for those of you who were not early participants of the challenge or are not participating, it is Grimdark month. You can paint whatever you want. Extra points if you do something that should not be Grimdark, and you paint it Grimdark. Like if you take a pony and paint it Grimdark, those two things don't necessarily go together. But make it work, and it's cool. So
This guy's like Jim Henson's gardener.
yes. I think this is great. I think all the colors are super muted and super gross. It's dark, it's dreary, but it's got a nice little pop of color that doesn't make it happy. Having that kind of like lime green pool that it's going into with the like OSL coming up onto the legs is pretty sweet.
I agree. I think that the desaturated colors without having the palette turn into like some abysmal just brown.
Yep.
The big fear for me anytime we have these kind of like grim dark, dirty palette challenge kind of things is that it all just turns to brown. It all turns into Death Guard brown. And there's no reason why brown can't be your palette, but you got to make sure you don't overdo it.
Yep.
Right? Make it to where colors still stand out. I think the irradiated slime does a great job of giving a boost of color on there.
I like it so far. What we got next?
I'm going next.
Who's up on the chopping box next?
Boom.
Boom. Eureka. Very, 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 very creepy, ugly troll. I actually really like how the mushrooms turn out on this.
Yeah, the dank hold Trogoths or whatever, right? They're so good.
Mm-hmm. Very
They're
cool
so
models.
good because you see so many people paint them bright, but they also live very well with the whole like dark, dreary cavern.
Yep.
You know, you can do so much because all the mushrooms, they can be like glowy or they can be like, despicable fungus.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. I like it. You leaving?
Out here. Have a good one, Jacob.
Bye.
He didn't like that I gave him the microphone. He was forced to talk.
He doesn't have to go. Wait, you're supposed to come in and hang out. Tell him to stay. Well, then you drove separately. Oh wow.
I love this. I love the skin is done very, very well.
Yeah,
I like the fact that we've got a really good kind of like that pinkishness without being pink. that still fits in and makes sense on the troll, because that's the kind of stuff you want to see, but keeping it in that kind of dirty, dreary color palette.
Yep. I concur. It's got good value, even though it's kind of all one color with just the pinky highlights. I like the treatment on the rock. Nice texture on the rock that makes it look good. The hammer.
The earthen tones make it look like, you know, he's either born out of the earth or he definitely lives where he is, right? So I like that. I would like to see a little bit more highlight on the mushrooms up top, only because the skin gets brighter up there. And then if you go in with that red, even though if you want a dark red for your mushrooms, the fact that they're high on the model, you got to look at how you highlight everything else at that same eye level, so to speak, and make sure that your highlighting is consistent. It doesn't mean that it has to be as bright. That's not what I'm saying. It just means that if you're going to highlight the skin, right, where we have these nice deep recesses, then we've got a good mid-tone, and then we got a good punch of highlight. The red lacks that. The red has this really nice dark tone all the way around the head of the mushroom, but then it just gets this little pinch of brightness up at the top that looks less like a highlight and more like how the mushroom color would actually be, right?
Yeah.
So I want to see a little bit of highlighting, right? Because remember, this dome shape of the mushroom is going to highlight like a sphere on this section. And so I'd like to see some highlighting on there that just kind of matches, bring that same contrast into it. Don't do, you know, dark color all the way around at the bottom and then a mid-tone and then a highlight. Drag that highlight down the shape to give the shape prominence as well, because you've done a great job here. The cylinder of the arm looks really good. I've got that highlight coming down, even comes down onto the cylinder of the fingers. Same over here, right? Definitely down this hump on his back into the nose and top of the head, back of the ears. So just do that same thing up here, because everything that's at that same eye level is going to have the same impact as far as the ability to reflect light. It may not be a material that reflects light, but it's still going to have to take into account the fact that the light is like that up there. If the light's able to light the skin that way, it would have the ability to light everything that way. Good.
I like it. This is awesome. I saw this when I was going through and I was like, this is a very, very cool diorama.
This is Hollow Knight?
I believe so. Yeah.
Is that maybe Hollow Knight?
I think so.
It's a video game. Souls-like video game that I own that I got very frustrated with and never played again. So I'm not good with 2D side scrollers unless they fit a particular bill. Like I'm playing one right now that we'll talk about after we're done with all this, but I think this is Hollow Knight, right?
Yeah, I am almost 100% sure you are correct. But I love the orange pop of color. It gives good illumination to the scene without making it overly bright. Kind of got that like yellow moon kind of feel to it, which is cool.
I dig it. Somebody that knows more about the game would have to tell me, does this scene, this setting have any interaction with the game? Is this something I should be more familiar with as a video gamer? Or is this just a neat setting that they put it in? Because Hollow Knight is kind of very dark, dreary, Souls-like, but fun. You know? It's like what I call like chibi Souls. All of these 16-bit, like, pixelized sprite graphic, absolute bangers of games that kill you. Because they take all the frustrating Dark Souls mechanics and throw it at you in something that looks cute. But I like this.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Good textures. I really like the ground. That sounds silly. Most of the time I try to keep the base in the background and want it in the background, but I like the little, like, it's almost like fish tank pebbles.
Yep.
Dork, are you in chat? Is he talking? You gotta watch chat. I can't see chat.
I am not seeing Dork in chat currently.
I like it. My question, though, as I look at it, is the progression of, like, this moon shape or gong or whatever these are, and then this, right?
I'm not sure what that is.
Like, is all of this kind of a like lava flow kind of a
orange
thing?
pustules are the infection that shows up in the game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So there's like a bad thing taking over the world kind of thing?
Interesting.
I like it. I would like to see a little bit more dimension to those, a little bit more volume to define them, right? Because the pustule, it has a nice shine here, right? But remember, if it's a sphere that you're trying to recreate, it's not just an edge highlight. It'll have elliptical highlight that comes in, right? Like the face of the ball. Think of a Space Marine shoulder pad. It'll have this elliptical shine that then needs to be blended out. As a highlight makes just the edge makes it look flat. So when I look at them, I think gong, right? It looks like some sort of a gong up against the wall, but then I know this is supposed to be like lava or pus or something flowing out, right? So I think a little bit more shine to this would work, right? Also to give it, I assume it's kind of like a jelly liquefied goop.
Creepy orange goop.
Yeah, creepy orange goop taking over the world kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I love the composition is really good though.
Yeah,
so.
it's fantastic. I really like this one a lot. Let's see what comes next.
Batman.
Mr. Batman. Ooh.
Right on. This is what Batman is this? This must be like a Batman alternate thing.
It is. It's Thomas Wayne.
Oh, that's right. Thomas Wayne.
Yeah. With the sword.
And a gun.
Yeah.
It's like old
Batman with a sword is sick.
Like old Batman where he killed people still.
Yep.
People are like, Batman doesn't kill people. I'm like, let me show you some comics.
yeah. You should read some more Batman comics because.
Let's show you some early comics where it was like, so he snapped the crook's neck.
Yep.
I feel like this Batman snaps necks.
This is great. Actually, really, one of the things I really love about this is the colors on the base. The fact that they brought in a lot of that green on the like mossiness on the stone.
Yep.
Is fantastic. I love the blood splatter is great. I do think the highlights on the suit are a little heavy, maybe.
A little much.
It starts looking more gray or white than it does black. So I think, and that's a very difficult thing to always hit, especially if you're trying to do for like a very reflective material, right? Like leather or something like that, right? But I think pulling back, or even just going over the established light that you have with some glazes of like black transparent would pull it back down to exactly where you want it to be, and you'll have a lot of control over bringing that black color back to the suit, which I think, because the highlight placement is largely very good. I think it's a little bright on the thigh, even though he's got like gigantic leg day every 2 hours thighs.
He's got big Batman comic book thighs.
Yeah, he does.
Right. But yeah, the biggest issue when doing black, it's one of the hardest things to do, especially in fabrics. And it goes back to something I mentioned earlier when talking to Tim about his model, is that, or even the mushrooms on the troll, is remember that highlighting things, they don't all have to be highlighted to the same brightness. They just need to be highlighted through the same amount of stages. Does that make sense? Black, unless it's like patent leather or something like that, won't highlight as bright. You know, black metal will if it's really reflective, something like that. It'll highlight as bright as other materials, but generally it's not, you know, and so your highlight might just be a dark gray. Whereas the thing next to it, in the case of the red belts and things, your red highlight might go to a brighter color visually, and that's okay. The black needs to stay at a lower level highlight because it won't be as reflective, and that'll give the feeling of being in the same light as the red leather that's next to it, but you'll be able to discern that, oh, the leather is shinier, so it goes to a brighter color, assuming that's what you do with your red in this case. And the black is not. It's more not reflective. It's absorbing more light. It still has highlights, right? It's the same as we always talk about my shirt. My gray shirt here versus my flesh, right, is the exact conversation. This gray shirt is in the exact same light as my face, right? But the gray shirt will never have as bright of a highlight on it as my face, because skin oil and color of the skin and things like that, more reflectivity on your face than on the fabric that absorbs the light, right? And it absorbs the light because it's a woven material. So light penetrates it, okay? Doesn't all bounce back. Skin is also porous, but it doesn't soak up as much as it reflects due to the oily surface. And so you'll never see it, even though, my shoulder right now is at the same level as my cheek, but it will never get as bright as my cheek. But in relation to the material that it's made out of, it will increase in brightness the same as my face does. Does that make sense? So the shirt starts darker, but still goes up to a percentage of brightness, let's call it, equal to the way my skin edit color goes up to a percentage of brightness, because my skin will never be as dark as the shirt in the same light, because my skin reflects more light. So even the shadows will be brighter on my skin than they are on the shirt, facing the same direction. Does that make sense? And so always bring that up the same. So in this picture on your Batman, the highlights are in the right place. They're just too bright. Knock them back down. This model, if you just went over the black parts of the armor, assuming they're intended to be black, if you just went over that with like transparent black or coal black and glazed wash medium or something like that, and just toned them down like Tim was talking about earlier, by taking like blue black or Payne's gray or something like that and filtering it over at the top, you'd knock it down, but your highlights will stay because you'll be able to see through it. So,
It
great
is
stuff.
a super easy thing to go back and make small adjustments to.
And a great choice for the model too. I'm glad to see somebody do a comic book hero, and no one better than Batman.
Batman is great
To give you the grimdark sense, right?
I like this model a lot. This is a cool model.
What is this for? Is this the Night Models Batman game?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're the only ones still doing like a DC Batman game, right?
That is correct. Okay. To my knowledge. There might be more.
I have heard a lot of people say they didn't like it. I played a demo game and really enjoyed it. I thought it was very similar to Infinity in the way it played at the time.
Lots of cones,
And I
lots
really
of tokens.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I found myself enjoying it. So great job.
Apparently Joker is Martha Wayne in that storyline. Which is
Martha Wayne. Oh, because
crazy.
isn't it that storyline that Bruce dies when they're in the alley, and because the parents hold themselves accountable, and one becomes Batman to fight crime, and the other one goes nuts because her son died in the alleyway? I feel like this is right. Is that right?
Yeah, that might be it.
I don't follow those storylines, but this sounds right to me.
Yeah.
In my head. I can't see chat, so you have to.
Was that Bruce's tombstone? That might actually be Bruce's tombstone.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I read somewhere that there's an alternate universe Batman where that's exactly what happened when they got robbed. They killed Bruce, and the parents lived and became Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
And Bruce Wayne was just like Thomas Wayne was just like super
savage.
violent. Yeah. They both kind of went equal nuts.
No.
All right.
Joker and Elseworlds.
Nosterex.
Nosterex. This is a crazy demon model. What the heck? This looks huge.
It does look kind of big, doesn't it? Compared to the Pro Acryl bottles there.
Yeah. This is cool. I wish I saw it in some slightly different lighting, because I feel like the lighting is killing some of the
Lighting's
work.
blowing it out. This is a photo issue. You're getting a little bit more decrease of some of your contrast because the light is overpowering your highlights. So the white balance is thrown off a little bit. Everything's a little bit desaturated, but I really love the red skin.
Mm-hmm.
The grayish black. I can tell what's going on for sure.
You know what I really like about this is that they did the glow from within the candles, where it's melting away the inside of the candle, and because wax is transparent, you can see that.
Oh yeah. The
through
tops of the
edge
candles are all that kind of light, luminescent, kind of translucence almost, like the color's burned out of it. I like that a lot.
That's really cool.
That works really, really well.
Yeah, it's just hard for me because I can't really see if there's much other color in the skin than just the red because of the lighting. It's just very, very bright.
Yeah. Yeah, and the grays all kind of fall into one another. The sword, the fabric, the stone, all tend to fall into that same general hue, kind of a warm gray, blackish.
It feels like there's only like two colors on the model.
Yeah. I don't want to go too far in critique on this because it might be one of those trust your gut things. Sometimes what we see isn't what exists on the model due to the lighting in the photograph. Yeah. So I would just say, a little bit more contrast on things. The skin looks like it has good definition with wash and darkness in between the muscle groups, but I'm not seeing a lot of variation in the brightness of the red skin as I move up along the body. The shoulders and the thigh and the feet all look to be the same brightness. You would gain a lot by just creating more contrast at the head and shoulders area, on the wings, things like that, right? that's kind of the step that you go to from where you're at now, because this is brilliant. All of it looks really good. Now you start dialing it in with a little bit more highlighting, a little bit more shading. But I dig it. I really like the I just like the model.
The model is sick. Yeah.
I think I just like the model. I love the sword.
It's really
on
cool.
the model.
Yeah.
Just a 3D printed
Dollar,
thing?
dollar.
Maybe.
bill,
I don't even know. I don't see any build lines on it. Twitch Summerlin, thank you so much for the bits. Welcome. How's it going? Hope you're having a good Thursday.
This is very clogged, so I need to work on it. But it's got water in it right now. All right.
Oh yeah.
Can I? Does it let me click back?
Oh.
No, it doesn't. I have to do
Oh,
the
did we
arrows
double click
again.
through?
I gotta do the arrows. I was gonna say I really like this drip.
Yeah, the drip is very
Right?
cool.
I don't know. I'm assuming that's part of like the 3D print, but if you sculpted that, that's even more brilliant. I love it.
Creepy.
Creepy.
Freaking killing it.
I mean, it's heretics.
Hey now.
You know. I
I know.
mean, it's bad guys. If you're
Wow.
into that sort of thing, I
Wow.
guess. I don't know.
Wow.
I mean,
Creepy, don't listen to this guy. This
I
looks
mean,
sick.
if you're into bad guys, I guess it's okay.
This has the grim and the dark. I really like that the color for the highlighting is consistent. It's all this like very yellow light, both on the skin and on the paneling for the armor.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this is sweet.
Really love the face. Great job on the skin, Creep.
Yeah,
You're getting really, really good with the flesh.
it pulls the eye right to it.
Yeah,
which is
it
fantastic.
becomes the focal point, which I think is what you intend on models like this.
Absolutely.
I think that same problem occurs where if I have this kind of lighting on the face, it's that cherubic, old style, classic painter feel where you light the faces and send everything else into desaturation because it's supposed to bring out the portraiture of the image,
Yeah.
and faces tell the story kind of a thing.
Yep.
So I like it. I would be very careful in how you extend that, or how you don't extend that light outside of his face, because I lose again a lot of the highlight on everything. This backpack looks unfinished,
Yeah.
right? Because that's going to be close. Even with the banner hanging down, it won't cast that much shadow when you have this kind of highlight on the shoulder.
Yeah.
I love it. This shoulder coloring is good, but look at this banding of highlight you got.
Yeah.
This would be a radial highlight, so make sure you keep the surface here, because the shoulder is a cylinder mated to a sphere, right? So it's not going to have a banded highlight on it like a cube would. So this kind of blending that goes pretty much straight across would actually kind of follow this elliptical, right? And blend out a little bit more. That looks a little harsh. But I dig it. This shadow here underneath the shoulder plate onto the arm is perfect.
Yep.
Right? Dragging that highlight, giving it some depth there, I think is really, really good. I like the way you tone the highlights down all the way down the leg. I think that looks great. I would just give yourself a little bit more highlight up here, and definitely on the banner. If you have this glow on the face, great opportunity to pick up some highlight on that red banner up along the top here. Same with these skulls.
Yeah.
I know you did metallic paint. You can still drag a little bit more depth into it by darkening up your shadows a bit. Right? But great stuff. This face is phenomenal. Great jorb.
I'm liking it a lot.
Well, you do, because you're also a trader. Wow. Wow. This is like a land shark. I forget what these things are called. Bulette. It's right there in front of me. It's a bulette.
Bulette?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I think you're actually right.
I think it's a bulette. This is one of the creatures from D&D that I remember loving the original artwork from. It was like those old artists, the D&D artists, where it's so noticeable if you were back in that day. The first
really?
edition monster manual and stuff with the bulette.
The Bulette.
And I love this.
Yeah, the teeth are what are really getting to me
You
right
got grandma smoker teeth, and he's not hungry anymore. He done ate something.
now. He done it.
Is this the eyeball? It is. Holy eyeball right next to the teeth.
Oh, whoa, that's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I always thought these things were blind, but that looks like it might be an eyeball. There's one on the other side. Is that the way this thing is? Because that makes it even cooler.
This is a cool model.
I dig it. I really
Nuance
like
are
this
creepy.
this shock of color on the armor here too. This looks like metallic paints, right?
Oh, it really does.
It looks like a gold tooth. He's got himself a gold tooth,
Is
and then this is
Spellbound
kind of
in
like
chat?
coppery with that red and stuff. So I'm interested. I don't know, Spellbound, are you in chat? Because I'm interested to know if this is like metallics and what the thinking is there, or if it's just the wash and the satiny finish of the grime that you put on that's causing
I'm
it.
not seeing.
I like it though.
a
I like this. I
Spellbound.
really like this warmth I'm seeing here on these scales. I want to know more about the intent there. It's cool. Again, you know, the thing when working in limited palettes, and I say limited palette, it's not that we have this challenge being, hey, you can only use 4 colors. It's that when you're trying to grime stuff down, if you use streaking grime or oil washes or whatever, you're going to pull your whole palette into what looks like very monochrome colors, regardless of all the colors you use a lot of times, because you're putting a filter over all of them that is basically letting you see all of those colors of the rainbow through one lens of like brown, you know? And so when you do that, you have to make certain that you go back and highlight things to bring volume back to it, you know? The light from the room and the camera is highlighting the side of this, which is what makes me feel like it's metallic paint. And that brings a really cool shape back to it, right? But I lose that across the rest of the model, right? I want to see some of these scales highlighted on one of the angles, or a little bit of a edge highlight to them or something on, not the whole thing, because you don't want to make it look like a pinstripe suit, right? But find a little bit to highlight. Notice how the metallic here reflects, or the scale of the light reflects and gives you that edge highlight. Because this cool reddish, you know,
I really
shade
like that
that's going on
shade.
is doing a great job of keeping it dark. But then you get that neat edge highlight that's natural to the paint that you have on there.
almost
Make
like
sure
they-
you do that intentionally, so that you drag each of those edges. You should be able to see each of those edges on those scales pulled out by having an intentional brushstroke along there. And sometimes that's tough with like metallic paints, choosing the right color so it doesn't look silly. But all of these scales, right? You can see how the light is telling you what to do. The light from the camera or the light from the room is giving you a highlight along these edges. So it's already even. One of the things we talk about when you're at this stage that you want to learn how to do that better, set your model down when you get all your base coats, washes, all of that stuff done, and take a picture of it in the light. And look at this picture. This is a great example. Look at this picture we've got right here, because it literally is guiding you and telling you where to put those highlights, right? This edge, not this edge. This edge, not this under edge, right? This edge, not this edge, right? This side open here because of how it faces the light. Same here. This whole thing open up here, but not down here, right? So it's telling you the underside of this circle here, underside of this one, right? But not up here on the upper lip, because it's facing downward. But the upper portion of the bottom lip gets a shine, right? And so that will give you a really good guiding light, no pun intended, on how to start focusing in on getting some of those edge highlights done in. You don't always want to do them with just straight lines. That's not what I'm saying. You don't want to do the whole edge like it was a big dreadnought piece of metal, right? You can just be very easy with it and bring out a lot more dimension. But I love it. It looks really good. Is this a trapdoor troll?
Yeah.
And did he just tear
Yeah.
a dude in half?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
what is the dude?
Yeah.
Just like a Bretonian dude?
Maybe. I'm not sure where it's from. But
Like
man,
Holy just swiped his legs from him.
there's some gore going on here.
Like he literally just swiped his legs out from under him. And he's happy about it too.
He's like,
This one wins just for story.
I like
Surprise!
that
This
he's
better be called surprise. It better say surprise down along the base down there. Like
It's
that's
the-
the name it needs right here. Surprise!
Oh, Panic Bomb Arcade knows where it's from. It's one of the villagers from the Gargant.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's running away normally, right? It's fleeing in front of the Gargant. Yeah. Because I see the legs are kind of running. How funny!
That's awesome. This is amazing. Like, if not just for how you got the dude to be cut in half and all that gore to look, it looks great. I like the bluish tone on the back, and then you got like a slightly more desaturated tone on the belly. I like this the fleshiness on the thinner parts of the skin on the knuckles. I like a lot.
It looks like he bangs on walls all the time.
Yeah, it is like got really like
His
scarred up
just,
knuckles.
Yeah, he just fights all the time because all his knuckles are just raw, like scar tissue, pink.
Yep. Yeah, I like this. This is lovely. I love the extra work that went into this. This got done pretty quick, if I recall, too. This is like one of the earlier submissions.
I like the tree.
Hmm?
You know? So scenes like this where you have so much going on in the earth and the environment can take over, but you've made the earth and the environment part of the story with the trap door, which I think is great.
Yep.
I wish we could see more of this kind of window into the side, because I can tell that we could see the troll's legs down in there. You know, it's kind of a cutaway. I really dig it. I think it's great. It's great storytelling. Right? Fantastic. Again, probably a little bit more attention to highlights on the blues and stuff, because you go up to a really good mid-tone blue here, right? But maybe just a little bit of highlight at the peak of the nose, things like that, because you got this, again, this nice leather strap or cloth strap here's got some good highlights. Same here with this shell or rock that he's wearing. Want to see that same kind of feel. Even if what your intention was to make the skin rougher and not shiny, give it a little bit more punch. But good stuff.
Gosu! Where's Gosu? Gosu not here today?
Hiding.
Gosu's hiding.
He's hiding. Because all he does is paint heretics.
I love it. It's great. This is grimdark to a T for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is what you expect, right?
Yep.
You've got the super grimy dirt caked in the war zone blood. You know, it's like, ah ha ha, there is only war. He's blurting out his siren as he walks across. This one has a very Titan look to it. Right?
Yeah.
It's got the big plasma blast gun and then like the Warlord Titan head.
I really love the Heresy Iron Warrior stuff. This is very cool.
Yeah, they have that like Mark II armor with the iron
The
grill.
like knight helms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I love the hazard striping. It looks great. Very well executed. The
Good
weather
little
on
punch
it looks
colors
really
in
good.
here. The purple for the whatever these are, the little coils and stuff that go on his power fist and all that. I like it. I think he's got a plasma gun on the inside of the fist here that's a little covered up. And I think these are the plasma coils for the inside of the plasma gun.
Yeah.
Right. Very cool. Very gory. But good use of the gore.
Yeah, it's not over the top.
No, you kept it focused to where it would be. He just punched through somebody.
Yep.
Right? It's not going to be all over him. It's not the corn berserker who's head to toe blood and guts. But still getting the job done. I like it. Very cool.
Brewleg's here.
Really, you know, I'm going to give you big points for the texture on your stuff, right? This paint job, I love the texture and the movement that you've got on your cloak. Right? Great job using your brush strokes to give dimension to everything here. Also up here across the head with the heavy-handed highlights and stuff there. Just a great job on the yellow all the way around. I think it looks fantastic. The shading and everything that you've done here on the arms, the blast of color, the oranges and such, the magentas and things that are peeking into your purple's flesh.
Yep.
It has a very wizardly look to it, right? I want to see... The one thing that grabs me is I wish you would have done something different with the flame colors to keep it away from the yellow palette that you've done.
I agree.
You lose me here. It starts to look a little unfinished because the colors don't have any personality. I would have chosen like a bright yellow green, you know, necromantic fire, something like that. Blue flame. Something else.
Yeah.
This is a good example, and not to use you and your work like this, but it's a great example of why you split your palette if you're not intentionally going for a monochromatic story.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like I don't know that you are. You can tell us in chat if you are, but the purple and the way that you've done everything up here, I think is fantastic. Skin, cloth, everything really rules. I think I would just like to see the fire be a different color. And personally, in my case, I would want this to be green. That bale fire, that greenish yellow.
Yep.
You can still bring some yellow into it, but whites, blues, greens, yellows, because it's going to work really, really well with your purples, work really, really well with your yellows that you've got, and still give it a very magical feel. I think blue would cool it down a little bit too much. So, but yeah, fantastic. You had me at this. This whole thing from the head and arms down through the torso is just fantastic work.
I'm digging it.
Clarkatron. Guy's got a beak.
Yup.
I'm looking at him like, what am I looking at? That's awesome.
Is this like a 3D printed Zinch?
I have not seen this guy, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've not seen this before.
It could be one of the attachment sorcerers for the
Oh, it could be.
whatever you call them, sand-filled boys.
I really like the bronze, like Tony was saying here. Got really nice color to it. Very clean. Which is not quite as grim and dark, but I appreciate.
Yeah, I really like it. I think that the ability to take something that looks like it would be very polished, you give it enough tarnish to bring it down, you get enough of the grit and grime built onto the white here, definitely on the tabard.
Mm-hmm.
I think this blast of green is exactly what I'm talking about for that other one, right? This kind of witch fire. Right? I think here probably a little bit more motion of the colors. Looks like you've got like a real pale green or white, working in as the heat source of that color. I think I'd probably like to see a little bit more undulation of that color here, so it looks a little bit less like green cloth.
Undulation.
I really dig it. This little
this is great.
sprig of salmony, barnacle or coral, pink coral kind of stuff coming off on the ground is great. It's a good splash of color. It doesn't exist anywhere else. The deep burgundy and everything, it keeps it in that grimdark without having to go overboard with the washes, right? I was talking about that the other day. You don't have to use these effects paints to get a really, really good visual across for embattled, brutal war kind of stuff. And I think this is a great job of that. Good stuff. I really like the metal color on there.
Yeah, the metal looks great. I really like the metal.
The light bronzy, white goldy looking stuff.
Gummy worms. With
Definitely
Mortarion.
taking the low-hanging fruit with the grimdark. Mortarion has enough pimples and pustules to do it on his own, but a great model.
It's true.
Great model. It's like you still got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah,
But I'm liking the color scheme.
Unfinished.
I'm liking the color scheme.
I really like how the green for the armor is coming, especially around like the leg parts.
Has a goldish, super, like what you would assume gold would look like if left in the ocean for a long time.
Yeah.
But then you got this nice contrast to the green of the wings, which is more of a, fluorescent, I dig it.
This is a cool model.
Mortarion's a good model.
I don't think I've actually spent a lot of time like looking at it. But
It's a really neat
cool.
model. Yeah, he's a really neat model. It's one of the best of the Primarchs for sure.
Merwin! This is a good example of how to paint a Skelly Man.
Skellebones. Yeah. Very nice. I like the tarnish on the kind of copper ring mail here. Silver looks really good.
Simple, easy.
Bones all torn open.
Yep.
Right. Dusty metals, dusty wood, dusty ground, dusty everything.
Pull all the parts of the model into the base. I like it.
Yeah. Don't forget, you still want some highlight.
Yeah.
Right? You still want to treat your components of the model with some depth. Give it some highlight. Don't just, it doesn't look like you've used a lot of wash here. You have a really good solid base coat on here. Pull a little bit more. You can do a little bit of texturing on here. Definitely with the leather, give it a little bit of texture and dimension. But this is great. Very, very, very solid color placement. And it's, it's just a perfect model to choose for this, right? If you don't paint this thing bright yellow, it's going to get you over the hump as looking as, dark and dreary as you need it to be. Always a big fan of skeletons. Great stuff. And the color combo is really good. Keeping the
Mhm.
colors desaturated, but still going in the blues and everything is a great job.
Rancid Vomit.
Rancid,
I actually
holy
really love
wings.
this
Look
thing.
at the wing. I like the wing flesh.
Yeah.
First thing I see here,
the
wing flesh.
carapace and the wing. I actually really like the combination of the carapace color
Yeah.
and the flesh for the wings.
Yeah.
I think it's in that kind of analogous color scheme, but has really, really good contrast between the two still.
Yeah.
And is very interesting to look at.
I like the magenta-y kind of inner skeletal colors.
Right. Yeah.
That then you follow up with that heavy orange, brown, almost like lacquered wood. It's almost has like that old Mercedes burl dashboard feel. Yeah. Great stuff.
Oh, hey, we got Henning Duff resubbed.
What?
We got a sub from the man
Duffster.
himself,
What's going on?
Mr. Duff. Drive-by resub to the legend and the Baby J.
The legend and baby. You see I said that?
Yeah, I heard that. I read it to you, in fact.
Yeah.
I did, in fact, read it to you.
Bastard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Rancid Vomit, this is sick. And your blood gore stuff looks freaking awesome.
What about the head?
The head.
Head and hand. Head, hand. I want to know what... I know what the story is, because the rest of it's like being played with.
Yeah.
Don't play
Yeah.
with food.
No, this is sick. I love this.
Stop playing with food.
Rancid Vomit, do you have more of this army painted? Or was this just a one-off piece? Because I would love to see more bugs painted up like this.
What is this?
This is one of the newer Tyranid models that they released prior to Leviathan coming.
It has a different name.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's
it is.
like
exactly.
a warrior harpy kind of thing.
Yeah. Rancid Vomit, this is a test for Leviathan.
Awesome.
Well, I think your test was successful.
Yep. Thumbs up.
And we definitely approve.
Thumbs up.
So double thumbs up from us.
Sir Crow. Great job.
Parasite of Mortex.
The red armor turned out fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
That slight marbling you got going on, but also just the shading and everything looks really, really good.
Nice and subtle.
I like it.
I like the metals on this a lot. Really
Yeah,
good.
they're coming along really good. You can tell you got some work to do. Get the
Yeah.
plasma gun the way you want it. Probably dialing a little bit of the metals up here.
Mhm.
Right? But definitely like where it's going. Knights, I think, are one of the coolest palettes to use when doing this kind of really grungy beat up because they're like painting a tank. Vehicles accept it really well. You have all these big surfaces to work with. You can do like scratches, dents, and dings, and they don't get overwhelming like they do on like an infantry model.
Yep.
Like a lot of times what I'd rather do than put the wash and the grime on like a Space Marine is do some dings in the armor, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and keep the grime and the stuff down by the legs where he's walking through the crack.
I should bring in my my Titanicus models because they're a good example of.
Cool. Yeah,
Freaking
great
love
job on this
painting
one.
those models.
Can't wait to see that one done.
Tony, this is sick. I really like this.
This is the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy's not the guy you want to meet anywhere.
And yeah,
I was gonna say in a dark alley, but just
I
not
don't even
anywhere.
want this guy in my dreams.
Yeah,
I don't want this anywhere near me.
I dig it. This is a neat sculpt because there's a lot of weight to the skin. You know,
Yeah.
like when you look at like GW doing the saggy skin and stuff on the Night Haunt, it doesn't work all the time because it's very thin. It's pulled like paper thin. I like this because it's like big, thick, hanging, like tearing as it's draping off of the skeletal
I love the
frame.
ram
Like
horns
here,
on
it's
this thing.
like I don't know if this is the flame coming up the leg or if that's the skin drooping. I want to believe it's the skin drooping, but I think it's the flame.
Yeah.
I like it. Again, that ethereal kind of nether witch kind of flame using the jade and the turquoisey colors for it is a great way to go when dealing with magic that opens you up being able to use other colors like in the Zinchian thing that we saw with the yellow robe and all that. These colors work great for flame. I think on the flame you probably want to come in and do a little bit more brightness wherever the heat source starts, so wherever the souls start to fly out the side of the horse or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more burst of light.
While I don't disagree with you in bringing a little bit more brightness to some elements of it, I really like how dark the flames are though. I think it's because it doesn't become too distracting. And
It just
you
will
can see a lot
never.
of the
You will
other things.
never sell anything as a flame if you do not have a source.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
I love the darkness. I just think that wherever the source starts, and in the case of stuff like this, that flame starts where it touches the model, right? You can imagine like it's part of the being's soul coming out, and so that little spark that keeps it moving wants to be a little bit brighter. So where it touches down here, just give it little pinpricks of light coming up through it, right? Because otherwise it just looks like turquoise hair. Like this looks like a turquoise mane,
Yeah.
which is technically what the flame is doing, is kind of recreating a mane on the back of the head. And you have created some brightness and some darkness, like that kind of billowy smoke that comes after the flame. You just want to give yourself a point of light so that it doesn't feel like it feels like what it is, which is flame, and not like cloth or hair. Because if you're not careful, it just highlights exactly like cloth or hair.
What model is this? This is cool.
I feel like it's a 3D printed something or other.
I don't know. I saw parts of it when Stoney posted their first starting picture of it. It's Death from what? 3D printed? Oh. Cool.
I feel it's got to be 3D printed.
No.
Nice model though.
TP Grant
Aussie Arc Bone Reapers.
with the Bone Reapers.
Yeah, again, Skelly Bones, great choice, right? You can go into these challenges and give yourself a lot less hassle by picking a model that just lends itself to the look we're going for.
Oh, yeah.
And skeletons always do it.
Yep.
And good, great job on this guy. This guy has been through it. This guy's seen some stuff.
he's got blood in places.
Yeah,
Lots of them.
this guy's seen some stuff.
I mean, to be fair, it tracks because those models are like resilient as heck.
Yep.
And they come back to life all the time.
Yep.
So, if there was to be something that had blood all over it, these models make sense to me.
Yep. Really good basic. You can tell you're doing army painting. So if it all looks
Yep.
like this, you got yourself a hell of an army. Good
Yep.
job.
Yep.
Good job keeping it basic but getting the job done. And this is what it really can be powerful to use these types of techniques to
Yes.
get that kind of
That's all it's
war-torn,
about.
in the trenches look and feel with the colors, and it makes the army come together cohesively very, very fast.
That's
So
all it's about.
good stuff. Is that it? Is that
I
all?
think that's it.
Is that the last one?
Yep.
Oh, geez, Baby J.
There's a lot.
I'm not choosing this month. You got to choose two.
I gotta choose two.
You gotta choose two.
All right, let me get over there.
You gotta
or
choose
if you
two.
want to go through them.
You got to choose. Oh, I'll march them back and
Yeah,
forth.
mark them out. Okay.
All right. Back to the beginning, folks.
Okay.
Right? Skylar Dragon.
Skylar Dragon.
This is my favorite model out of this whole thing.
This I might agree with.
This is my favorite model.
This is really cool.
Like, this is such an amazing model. And such a great job with the color palette, too. All of them are. Right?
Eureka.
Troll, very good.
Darkosaurus.
Dork with just the cool diorama.
cool diorama. Yeah.
It looks like, because it looks like it's like a hinged box. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. It opens up and it's
Yeah.
maybe like a curio box, and that's why there's this gap here. Because it has a hinge and a lid.
Yep.
Very, very cool. I want that to be for someone special in your life that loves
Creepy dark
Hollow
things.
Knight. Because that would be great. Right on with a Batman. Nostarex. With, again,
Creepy
boy,
demon things?
this is a battle for that other one, because this is a model that
This
calls
is
to me, makes
sick,
me want to
yeah.
paint it, right? Creepy. His fantastic face.
Yeah.
Spellbound. With the Bulette.
The Bulette.
I think it is a Bulette. I mean, I see
Bulette.
it right there on the cardboard, but I'm gonna go with Bulette.
Come on, you got to pick one of these.
I'm not picking it all.
You keep on tossing this-
I am taking the training wheels off, Baby J. Training wheels off. You gotta pick two.
All right.
Isn't that fair, chat? I feel like that's fair.
Never fair.
He's got to put his money where his mouth is. He's
My
making all
life
these
is
challenges up. He's
never
got to put his
fair.
money where he can't rely on me. I can't be a crutch.
My life is never fair.
My life is never
My
fair.
life is never fair. All right.
Brulig.
Brulig.
Brulig wins from the flame up, but maybe not for the Grimdark challenge.
Yes.
It's weird though, right? Because what does Grimdark mean to you? We could have a whole discussion here with this model, because he has such great value and volumes built up across the body of the thing. It looks really, 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 really good. It's not what I would consider to be that doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But I don't know though. I could argue with myself for days about that. Clark John's Thousand Sun, dude.
I do really like this.
It's a great paint job. Great paint job. Like I said, I think the only thing I wish is that the green looked a little less like cloth, and that could be the camera. it might be so intense in color
Yeah,
that the camera's not capturing it right.
It could be done with fluorescence, in
Yeah.
which case it may not read.
Yeah,
Quite
it's
as,
just the camera's
quite
probably
well, yeah.
losing it, judging from the rest of the model. Gummy worms. The wonder that is Mortarion. Merwin. Very good skeleton. Merwin, I need you to paint up about 80 more of those and send them to me. Rancid Vomit with an amazing Tyrannid.
You guys are making this hard. Why you guys have to have such cool submissions? You
So
suck.
that's what chat does.
You suck because you're so awesome.
I have an affinity for Knights. I wish this one was finished.
Yeah.
That's a big project to
Yeah.
bite off for a monthly challenge. But
I think in their post they mentioned that they weren't quite done with it, but they didn't have time to finish it.
I mean, a Knight is a big undertaking
Yeah.
for the monthly challenge.
Yeah.
So good on you for even doing the try thing. It looks great.
Yeah.
And Stony,
The Stony.
again, fantastic one.
Yeah, this is great.
Everybody did a great job.
I know.
And again, these two, the other skeleton and this one are just so great because they're really basic. They've done very, very well, right? They're right in line, and a whole army of this, I would put them on the table. As a matter of fact, I have about 50 of these dudes. I'm going to send you TP Grant. Thanks.
Pin them all, please.
I've just found the two
Do it
people that are going to paint
just
all
like
my
this.
undead stuff. It's fantastic. I get to be lazy and sit on the comfy chairs. Yeah, I love them.
I'm surprised you haven't dumped stuff in my plate to paint yet.
So it's your choice.
All right. So
I have dumped stuff on your plate. You paint every day.
I paint my stuff.
I don't need you to paint my stuff.
Fair.
What am I going to... I don't have anything I need painted.
That's
I mean,
true.
other than everything, and that's a little daunting.
All right. There's like 3 that I really want to do. I gotta pick 2. So
Gotta pick 2.
all right, I'm gonna go with first one being, and this is in no particular order. I'm gonna go with that one, Gosu's,
Okay.
because it just like it screams grimdark to me.
Okay.
It like this one just like really hit the challenge for me. And then the other one, it's I think it's gonna be Rancid Vomit.
Rancid and Gosu?
Yeah.
They must have paid him off, chat. Rancid's local. He came and slipped Baby J at 20.
He did not.
All of these are great choices.
It's difficult. It's really difficult because there's so many in here that I'm like, this is great. This is fantastic. But I have to like bring it back to like, okay, what is the challenge? Okay. And then execution is the other part of it, and I think, yeah, it's hard.
All right, so Rancid and Gosu. I'm giving runner up to Creepy.
Yeah.
I think Creepy nailed it.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel remiss, even with the need for better shoulder highlighting. Creepy, you nailed it. You've been watching too much Sam Lens, though. Quit it. Quit it. I'm gonna call you out live on chat. All right, gang. Great stuff. As always, fantastic work from everybody. Give everybody in the chat a round of applause that entered. I think that we've already got the July one running,
We do.
right?
Yep. We got it running. It is on its way. Lots of submissions already.
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah.
Monster Month.
Monster Month.
Monster Month. Paint some dope monsters. Some creepy monsters. No tech, no machines, none of that stuff. Just monsters.
No tech?
Yep.
No robots?
No robots. We've been doing enough
Monsters?
robots.
Like creatures?
Creatures.
I gotta paint a creature? I might take part in this. I need to find a creature I want to paint now. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I have no idea what creature I want to paint, though. What creature should I paint, chat? Ooh, I could paint that Screamer Killer.
You could.
I could paint that Screamer Killer.
You could. That certainly.
Does that count, chat?
It fits the bill.
If I were to paint a Screamer Killer during the month of July, does that count?
It's already built and cleaned and everything too. Look at that.
I'm excited to paint her. You don't like your model for July, you might change it, but I want to see if I feel better about it after you got some paint on him. Yeah, definitely take a moment. Breathe. Polly Pocket Hollow Knight. Yeah, I like that little thing. I think that's great. Paint Liquor says, I'd watch you paint a brick. You know, it's funny. I painted a brick. I painted a whole bunch of bricks by hand for a, there's a competition here called the Copper State 1000. It's like the Cannonball Run. And I don't, maybe it's the Copper State 100. I don't know. I forget what it was, but they asked me to do the trophies for it. And so for 3 years running when I first got here, I did the trophies for the Copper State race. And it's a race where people bring in these cost no object cars. Like gull-wing Mercedes, like cars that like have multi-million valuation because there's only like 10 of them in the world. Mm-hmm. They'll trailer them here and they'll drive them all throughout the Arizona desert and like 4 corners and all that stuff in a gentleman's race, right? And then all these people have way more money than they need, and then they all have a big dinner and award ceremony at the end for who wins, right? So I did these trophies, and the last year that I did it, I did a paving stone, like a chunk of asphalt with a road line on it, mm-hmm. and then a big bronze hammered thing that I had done that came up on it that said the Copper State on it and had the logo.
That's cool.
And it was pretty bitchin', you know. But I painted a brick. So there you go.
You painted a brick.
That was probably the year before I started painting miniatures on stream, though. Because I know it was the year that Jen and I met. Was the last time I did it, I think. You started Godzilla King of the Monsters like 3 days before you said what the challenge was. You're seeing a pattern here. Hey, Mo, I mean, you should probably close your windows at night.
Yeah. Are you painting it for the challenge?
Relapse says, how do we enter? Go to the Discord. So exclamation point Discord in chat. We'll do it right now because we're getting close to quitting time anyway. Well, it is quitting time, actually. So we'll do the whole deal right now, right? Discord. Bam. Follow that link. Join the Discord. You'll scroll down through all the Discord channels. There is a Challengers Den. And in that den, you'll see May and June right now. We'll move May now to the archives. We'll leave June up there, and July is there as well. And all of the rules are in the pinned comment at the top of the July section. And then you just go through and put the date and a photo of your model before you've started painting it. It can be primed. And then at the end, you post a finished. We don't need progress updates unless you want to, but generally people post in the work in progress section as they're going. But all the rules are laid out for you there. Exclamation point store will lead you over to monumenthobbies.com where you can buy some Pro Acryl, because we all know, don't eat the paint.
All the stuff that...
I broke Baby J. I wasn't even trying and I broke Baby J.
You keep on breaking it.
I've broken Baby J 6 times today. Follow all those links, gang. If you are new around here, thanks for hanging out with us and watching some paint dry, although I did this.
You got some paint dry.
I built a model and let primer dry on her, and I got her all set, and I worked out my differences with the little doohickeys on the robe that had to connect to her wrist. I got that all sorted.
Painted a lot of Caldor Drago.
I'm going to be painting this model a lot like the box art, which is something I do not do. So tune in for that. Her body has a lot of like teals and jades and turquoise base for the skin. Yeah. So much like a Frank Frazetta. This is a Brahm sculpt. So Brahm's artwork and coloring takes a lot of that Frank Frazetta, that Boris Vallejo, those style artists that do like the Conan art and the Barbarians and all that stuff. So yep. I'm going to do it in that kind of vein. So less of the real, well, you could say less of the realism that I bring into most of my projects like that. We're going to go into that more fantasy land of painting, which I think ought to be a lot of fun. So there you go. So I may or may not paint a monster. We'll see. Because right now I want to paint this. We'll see where we get. So thanks so much for hanging out. Remember, we stream 5 days a week here. If you didn't know that. 5. Do you know you stream 5 days a week?
I'm pretty aware. 5. I'm here all of those days.
Oh, that's you?
I press the start button a lot.
That's you?
On those days, yeah. Yeah, that is me. But we stream 5 days a week, everybody.
I wonder
Monday-
why it is that I just walk into the room and the stream's on nowadays.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 to 2. So it's our 2-hour lunch break special.
Yes.
And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like today, we stream from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Or 5:10. That's just
5:10
what
is
happens.
closer to real. Remember,
Yeah,
on Monday,
this is
Wednesday,
pretty
and Friday, like tomorrow when we do our lunch stream, you get to tell your boss you get a 2-hour lunch.
Yeah.
It's the way it works.
Yeah.
If they ask why, you
Mandated
say,
by us.
you say that Jordan said that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Tell him Baby J that that's how that works.
Yeah, and then tell them that Jason told Baby J to tell other people that that's how that worked.
I want video of anybody having this conversation with your boss, by the way. Because
Yeah, record it.
You win. You get a free go back.
Record it and bring it to us because we want to watch it.
But thanks so much. Stick around. We're going to find somebody to raid, so you'll enjoy some more hobby goodness as you go off into your evening. We will let you leave here and hope to see you back here again tomorrow before we head off into the weekends. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you on the flip side, gang. We're out.
See ya.